Hi folks, welcome to Drinking with Andrew. Got something a little bit different happening today, but first let's cue the intro. There we go. So I'm sat here with too many lights on. Let me just rectify that situation. There we go. It's all right, Betty. I'm sat at my desk because I am currently, if I can get the screen share right, bidding at auction on some stuff live from the comfort of my home. Let's get screen share on. Screen 2, share audio. There is no audio at the minute. So you should be seeing now the live auction. I'm going to get a few hellos while these lots go out. These aren't distant stuff I'm bidding on. There's a couple of lots coming up that I want to bid on. Here we go. We've got Shane. Hi, Shane. Jerry's in. Hi, Jerry. Chris is in. Toilet Girl's in. Bidding and drinking. I am. Yeah, I've won 2 lots so far. I have won some wallpaper. Which is probably worth about 30 odd quid, and a mixed lot of tools, mostly just because I need some new tools. This is a garden auction tonight. The proper one I'm going to is tomorrow. But yeah, tell you what, let's put the sound on, shall we? Let's take it off mute. Can you hear the auctioneer?
3023, 249.
2 quid for a vintage wasp fishing rod, bargain.
Sorry, the blue folding seats for camping fishing. There we are, very nice. So we're
I was going to bid on that if it was going for a medium bid. Hi Martin. Hi LGG. Hi Peter.
250 is a white plastic garden seat.
I wouldn't even pay 50p for that.
£2 to go, please. Couple of pounds to go.
I'm sure this won't
Anybody want to go a couple of quid? £2. £2. Couple of quid all done. £2.
Put it down to a quid. Still not worth it. Here we go. We've got an industrial catering serving unit on wheels.
Commercial catering serving unit on wheels. Good working order.
They're worth some good money.
£5.
Hello Rebecca, can you guys hear the auctioneer, or can you just hear me? I don't know if I've done the sound right. Hi Sean. I'm not bidding on this, even though it is worth money. Catering heat tray with paraffin burners though. That is worth some money.
Catering heat tray with 2 paraffin burners. There we are. We'll do it. £10,
Somebody's bid on it already.
Somebody got £10. Somebody got £8. Somebody got £8. All done. £7.
This catering equipment.
£8.
Yeah, we'll have to call it about.
£9. If you're all done, if you're all sure for £8. Fair warning, £8.
Bargain for 8 quid.
6026 254 is a large camping awning. Have a look at that. It's got everything with it. It's got the sides and the wind up there with it too. What's it worth? Start with the £10. £10. Take it to £5. £5.
Please, lot 272 to 275 is what I'm interested in. So once all that's done, Ian, bidding at auction.
£14 out, £14 done, so it's £12, fair warning, £12.
I can mute the auctioneer if you'd rather just listen to me, but
lot number 255 is the...
Hang on, if I do this...
Zanussi freezer.
Fridge freezer. There we are, that's a good start with the freezers going at Fabrico.
There we go. I'm not sharing the audio, so you should just hear him in the background. I think the webcam was picking it up as well. Working freezer.
256 is the Russell Hobbs freezer. There we are.
See how much this goes for.
Let's go in at £100 ago. £100 ago. £100 at start of the off at £100. £100 ago, and if you fancy for £100. £100. Take it at 50. £50 ago, again. £45 ago, 45, £50 around. £50 around and £50.
So somebody buying a freezer for 45 quid at the minute.
For £45. Fair warning, £45.
Yeah, this is the big big stuff auction tonight. Tomorrow's the collectibles, the antiques, the sort of stuff we'd pick up.
The Whirlpool under-counter fridge. There it is.
I've got my eye on some industrial filing cabinets because I need a new filing cabinet.
£20 ago on the under-counter
and I can sell them
for £20.
if they go cheap
£20
enough.
ago, anybody want to go £20? £20 ago, take it at 10. £10 ago. £10 £10. £10 £10. £10, anybody fancy for a £10 note? £10, all done. £10. £10, £12 around. £12 around, £12. £12 all done for a tenner.
£12 for a fridge, not bad.
258.
Probably flip that for 25 on Facebook. Oh, has it crashed again? It does keep crashing, which is annoying. Yeah, it's crashed again. All right, let's see if I can go back into that. It crashed when I was bidding on a freaking bike that I was going to flip on Facebook. It went too high anyway. So yeah, this is the new Drinking with Andrew, auctions with Andrew. Yeah, it's crashed, so I can't get the sound anymore, which is annoying. But hey ho, you can hear me instead. I'll tell you what's going on. Let me just have a look. I can't even find. Where are you? Where's StreamYard gone? Here it is. There we go. I don't want these appliances. That's a bargain. Well, what the hell is this? The White Knight round washing spinner. Yeah, well, it's annoying not being able to have the sound on. I was enjoying listening to him. I wonder if I reload the page, that'll make any difference. No, sound just totally gone. Yeah, the auction's in Wrexham, yeah. Bidding with Andrew, I like it. Small dryer and a Beco freezer, which is up to £9 at the minute, £10 now. I'm not bidding on any of these appliances. But I was looking for new appliances. Well, I say new, but replacement appliances. I would definitely come here because they're well cheap. Oh, somebody's offered me £8 for a book. It's up for £12.95. I'm going to counter them. I'm going to say £10. If they come up to £9, I'll accept. Evening, Jess. Live auction here. There was sound. I'll see if I can get the sound back again. My KFC is due at any minute as well, so I'm just waiting for the dog to alert me to when that arrives. I don't think the sound keeps crashing, like it's annoying. No, I'm not doing auctions now. Bidding at auction. Right. Oh, is this gonna actually come up? There we go.
Start me up on this, please. Let's go in. £20 ago on the Whirlpool freezer for £20. Take it to 10. £10 £10, £10. With the tenner all day long. It's in good working order. £10 I got £12 around. 12, 14, £16 around. £16, £18 around. £18 around, £18. All done. So for £18, £20, £22 around. £22 around, £22.
There's a food order behind it.
£20.
I am tracking my Uber. He is like about 2 minutes away from my house.
Lot number 263.
Even everyone who's popped in, I've not still too.
There it is. What's it? It's in good working order. Straight from the clearance.
Lot 272.
£70, £50. £50 to go. £50 to go. £50. Take it at 40, 45. Had I got £50 around. £50 around at £50. £50 to go. Anybody want to go?
What have I won so far?
Done, wheel short.
Wallpaper
£50.
and
Spare
tools.
£50. Fucking that is a 45. 15. 264 is the vintage color gas fire.
I do not fancy that.
Let's go in. Ready to go.
That's got to be like carbon monoxide poisoning, just
Great
waiting.
for a spare bedroom, office, or workshop, something like that. £5 to go, please. £5 to go to £5. £5 to go to £5.
I ordered my Uber Eats to come here for like the start of the stream, but well, before the stream, but it's late. Wrexham Central at the minute. It's 3 minutes away. It's 2 minutes away, a minute ago, so he's taking a wrong turn. Hi, Rich. I'm gonna miss your auction. I'm gonna miss your auction tomorrow, Rich, because I'm at the singles event. I didn't realise it was tomorrow. I thought it was next week.
Start me, please. Let's go in. £5 to go to £5. 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 £5 to go £6 per round.
It's an auction, Stephen. I am bidding at auction.
64, lot number 266.
This is the large goods auction tonight and garden stuff. There's been some real bargain stuff that's gone. I mean, those plant pots you can get 10, 15 quid each for on Facebook. I missed that one because it crashed. Anything else I got priced against it didn't sell.
267 is the industrial vintage Calagas fire. Start me up on this, please. Let's go in.
There are a few things I would have bid on earlier that went. Shears I would have bid on. A wooden box would have bid on, but yeah.
And the next one, £3. And the next one.
Did I get a BMX? No, I didn't. It went too high for me.
I
didn't go for a lot, but from the picture of it, I wasn't convinced it was like a genuine BMX. I really should have gone to view the bikes in person, then I could have like, been a bit more prepared, but I wasn't prepared to.
Duplex electric fire with the open OptiFlame effect. It's brand new in the box.
To go for it. The price it went. Delivery charge. No, there's no delivery charge. Well, it's my local auction house. Do you think you suffer from FOMO? Not really, because there's a shitload of stuff that's gone and I haven't bid on.
£30 to go, yeah. £30 to start everybody off, £30. £30 to go, anybody want to go £30. £30 to go, anybody want to go £30. £20 to go, £20 to go, anybody want to go £20. £20 to go.
The only thing I bought is some wallpaper, which I was going to use as void. I was going to use it as void fill, but I've discovered it's worth a bit of money, so I probably will sell it. And some tools for the house.
£28 to go, anybody want to go £28? Are we all done? We're short for £26.
How much you get for your BMX, Martin? You go for good money. Yeah, good one. Oh, my KFC's here. I'll be back. I'll leave you with the auctioneer.
Mid-century sturdy industrials quality steel 4-drawer green filing cabinets. Great order. There we are. Absolutely stunning. These are the detail, the quality, the weight in them. They are brilliant. Start me off on this. They look great in any office. The vintage is the best bit. Let's go in at, what do we say, Vic? £80 to go. £80 to go to £80. £80 to start everybody off at £80. £80 to go on the vintage mid-century sturdy industrial quality steel 4-drawer green filing cabinet there. For £60, £60 to go then, £60, 50 then, £50 to go. £50 to go, if you want to go £50, £50 to go to £50, £50, 40, £30 to go, £30 start, everybody off £30, £30 to go, anybody want to go £30, £30 to go, anybody fancy 30 quid, £30 to go, £30, 20 then. £20, £10 to go, £10 to go, £10, £10 to go, £10, £10 anybody fancy for £10, we all done, real short for a tenner, fair warning, £10, £10 to go, £12 an hour. 12, 14, £16 an hour.
Just made that one.
£16 to go, if you want to go £16, we all done, real short for £14, fair warning, £14. Not quite enough, I'm afraid. £14.
Below reserve.
273 is the other one. There we go again. Beautiful looking thing. Look at the detail on it. It's good.
Yeah, didn't win it.
£20. £20 I can do for £20. £20 if you want to bid at £20. £20 to go if you want to go £20. £20 are we all done, real sure. For £20, fair warning. £20 £22 an hour. £22 an hour, £22. £22 to go if you want to go £22 all done. Fair warning for £20. Lot number 274 is the other one. Again, exactly. Look at the detail. £20. Beautiful, isn't it? £20. £20 to go. £20 I can do. £20 if anybody wants to go £20. £20 to go, £20. £20 are we all done, we all sure. Fair warning, £20.
I'm not going to £20 on him. That's it.
And the last one, £20 please. £20 to go. £20 to go, £20.
There we go. Didn't get what I wanted. Won the bid, but I didn't meet the reserve, unfortunately. A £20 reserve on him. So that is a shame. But I can get filing cabinets cheaper on Facebook. Yeah, there's good money in it. I want one for myself. But yeah, unbelievably cheap they went for, really, when you think that they sell for 3 figures. But yeah, I know I can flip it for 100, but it's the storage is the issue. I've got room for one for myself. What are you eating? Hey, what have you found? Well, yeah, there we go. I'm back. I'll put a link in the chat so if anyone wants to come live while I'm eating my KFC. We are more than welcome. To catch up with the chat and see who's in as well. Oh, a bit of a rush day. Went did a Facebook pickup earlier with some computer games. Because one of them that I'd seen was like a game I'd sold for 30 quid before, and it was a free pickup. So I was dead excited to see it, but unfortunately, I guess the reason they were free is because like most of the games were incomplete, like missing discs, missing manuals, etc. And this one, it's worth decent money. It's missing the manual with the product code on it. You to be able to install it, so pain in the backside. Links in the chat if anyone wants to come join. Yeah, Andrew is foodie. You've been a good boy. You've been a good dog. Yeah. Yeah, good stuff. Those American tops. Should make me some really good money when I get round to listing them. If anyone wants to know where I got them from, Instagram me at moneymentaluk or email me moneymental@moneymental.co.uk and I'll let you know the details. Right, who's watching? Who haven't I said hello to? This is your opportunity to say hello now. I know we've got some lurkers in the chat. Come say hello. Come introduce yourselves to the Drinking with Andrew audience. Well, I eat my KFC. You're a good boy. You're a good dog. Yeah. Andrew being mean and not letting you have any food. Hey, Porteran. I hope you're well. Barty. Hi, Chloe. Chloe's watching with Amy, apparently. Hello, Chloe. I hope you're not trying to do dancing with your injured ankle because that is not good. You need to rest your ankle. There will be other opportunities to win many contests in the future, but only if you rest up. Oh, I've got a first guest popping up all the way from the south of England.
Hello, matey. How are you?
I'm all right. Welcome, Damien.
How you been?
I'm
crap,
good.
there goes the iPad. Don't rest the iPad on a Hermes receipt because it doesn't stay up.
Welcome to Drinking with Andrew. The show where we didn't use a camera.
Yeah, well, it's the iPad and it's all built in. So, what did you get from the auctions? You got the wallpaper. I did miss the other thing you got. I was eating.
Big box of tools, including an axe.
Nice, just what you need.
That was like a £5 plus commission. I mean, there might be resale value in it, but I didn't buy it for resale.
Can you sell axes on eBay?
I don't think you can, but I'll probably sell them at the car boot or whatever.
Yeah. Well, somebody had a rifle at the car boot last weekend, so I'm sure an axe would be absolutely fine.
But
a proper rifle, and people are picking it up and checking down the sights and aiming it, scaring the old ladies off to death because somebody is waving a gun around.
I'm amazed. If that had been here, you'd have had armed police turning up.
Yeah. But, yeah, the car boot's been a bit crap recently. We went on Wednesday, and it was nearly full. So for a Wednesday, it was pretty good. But it was just jack shit there. So I ended up picking up those PC games, which I just bought them out of spite because I've been around twice and not bought anything. And it was like I'm not leaving with nothing.
You should make a decent return.
It should do. Yeah, it's a lot of work, and it'll do for the off season when I've got having a slow week or something, and not much coming in. But like it was like regular house gear, this guy doesn't usually have a lot. And I said, "How much are they?" He said, 50p. I said, "How desperate are you to get rid of them?" And he said, "You're going to make me an offer for a lot then." I said, "Well, yeah." We agreed on 25 quid, so there's like 130 of them. It works out just under 20p each. So I can get them on a few of them. Like there's one box is all the flight sims and train sims and all that I showed you, and the other box is all there's a few Call of Duties in there, like Age of Empire kind of games and strategy sort of war-y games. I don't think there's anything much in there. Most of them will probably end up going in the bin, but the money's in the Sims games, so I could do some bundles. Hi to everyone in the chat that said hello.
Stephen wants me to get loose with an axe.
Against who? Anybody random?
There's got to be a few candidates, haven't there? Let's be honest.
Hi Nick. Oh yeah, I can think of a few, but I'm not going to name any names.
I don't know who he refers to when he says this Welsh bloke, because I'm from Lincolnshire. Have the charity shop asked you why you go so often?
Have you told them? No, they just like there's loads of resellers that go in there. It's you know, like they just just know me as a face in there. I haven't explicitly told them that I resell, but you know, the amount of stuff that I buy, they either think I've got a thought like I'm a hoarder or I buy to resell. But yeah, they've got some good stuff in there at the moment. They've obviously had somebody donate a load of vintage board games things, and I'm talking, you know, like really like 70s, 60s obscure ones. But they priced them all just under eBay prices, and I think they list directly on eBay in there because like they don't send away, but I think they've got their own eBay account. And they had a load of cameras, and like the camera I showed them a video I picked up off that bundle. The rest of them were all priced eBay prices. They had a Nikon point and shoot was in a bit crappy condition. They priced up for 35 quid, but for some reason they only priced the one I picked up at a £5. And if the batteries weren't exploded and the compartments, it's all cracked around the edges where the batteries might have all leaked out, like that would have been a 70 quid camera. So they miss stuff all the time. I do really well, but I'll go in there twice a day, no problems, and they just say hello. Like they have a high enough turnover of staff in there as they do stock. So like if I go in the morning, it's somebody different on the counter in the afternoon. But their stock turnover is really, really high. There's new stuff that wasn't there in the morning when I go in the afternoon and drop post off. So it makes sense to go in there sort of 8-10 times a week, because you've got to be quick, because there are other resellers that do go in there. Because I've seen them.
When the HQ was a charity shop, I was in there every day picking up stuff. Nick has spilt tomato sauce down himself. That's what you get for coming in the chat and racially abusing me.
Nothing wrong with the Welsh.
Fellow's made a terrible joke. Made a sauce be with you.
Oh dear. That's quite good for Phil, actually.
He's even beaten Stu Mandry.
He's beaten Stu. I was going to say that's something Stu would come out with, but he's been beaten to it.
Slipping. Stu's slipping.
Oh, dear. So what? Are you going to any boots this weekend?
Not on Sunday, because I will be too hungover.
Excellent.
But when I went to pick up these computer games, I went past the Bank Holiday Monday boot sale that's only on the Bank Holiday Monday to see if it was on, and it is. So 6:30 a.m. sharp.
6:30. That's a bloody lie-in for me. I've got one that starts at 6:30 tomorrow, followed by the 9:30, and then on Sunday I've got the 6 o'clock one, followed by the 9:30, and then 6 o'clock on Sunday, but I've got to get up at like 4:30 to get there because it's like an hour's drive. And then it might be a jumble trail, but it's so poorly organised that like it might not be worth going, but it's kind of on the way home.
No, I'll do a car boot on Monday morning. That'll be me lot.
Should be good. Weather's going to be nice for once. It's been just a shocking season, it really has. So out of the KFC bits of chicken that they do you prefer the leg, the breast, or the thigh? Have you got a preference? Because I like the thigh, and I prefer dark meat, so I prefer the thighs. But I find their thighs are too dry, so I prefer the legs.
I like the legs, but I just like it all really. I don't know.
There's a fly buzzing me at the moment.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought that was Tim Henman for a minute. I was going to say he's let himself go. He's let himself go a little bit. How are you, Phil? You all right?
I'm not too bad. Oh, I'll have it. I will have it. It'll be interesting because this makes a damn loud noise when it goes off.
Poorly organised jumble trail. Yes, I need that. I think the woman that was organising it sort of like forgot that she'd organised it, so now she's like the last day or so, she's trying to drum up interest for it, and they're raising money for autism, and like nobody's got a clue where you can get the maps from. You can email her for a map, and it's like, well, okay.
Sexy Sarah's in. Hello, Sarah.
So how's Phil been? I haven't spoken to you for probably nearly 2 months.
Yes, they've relaxed COVID rules in hotels now, so I have to share a room with one of my colleagues, which means that if I'm away, I can't come online. So,
is that a cat on your T-shirt?
It's official safety Nelly. It's a Finnish YouTuber called Hydraulic Press.
Why the fuck aren't you wearing my merch?
You haven't got cats on your merch. No. But, he's very, very good YouTube channel. I've got crushed coins from him and all sorts of things. It's excellent fun.
Well, it's taken you 2.5 minutes to mention coins.
Oh, did I mention coins? I bought a
shitload
earlier. Absolutely. I've got crowns in here and florins.
Your frigging coin collection wearing some rival YouTuber's merch.
I normally wear my merch.
I've got collectibles. Look, I've got 3. The bank gave me these. 3 old £1 coins.
Oh, have a look on the back of them. Some of them are rare. Are they just the regular ones?
These aren't rare. These are just regular crappy old ones.
But keep an eye open for the ones with cities.
Yeah, I've got pound coins out from over the counter for the boat fair, and in 3 separate bags for 3 separate pound coins. So it's like, Jesus.
Well, they're okay. They're worth more than face value at the moment. About £1.
I thought the stalls at the boat fairs were trying to offload them onto me, but I kept finding them in my bags.
That's banks for you.
Yeah, I'll try and offload them at the boots.
Yeah, the cheap Aldi version of this, or the Poundland version of this, not very good. These take those big fat batteries, C's or D's. You don't want to touch this when it's up live. Jesus Christ! I'll wait for that fly. I'll show you. Hair stand on it. It'll make your hair fly out.
Well, I can see.
It's I don't know how many bloody volts it manages to capacitate up to, but it's got to be close to one of those taser things. It's ridiculous. Massive blue spark jumps out and a crack like thunder comes out. They don't call it the Executioner Pro for nothing. It makes you jump if you use it, I tell you. I only have to press the button.
Are they even safe?
They are at the moment. I know, to do that with a button press.
Right.
Yeah, it's only the same as if you walk across the carpet and you touch.
Well, Nick's off. Take care, Nick.
It's only the same as taking your jumper off and touching a doorknob or something.
There's a brilliant way
sting,
to test
but...
There's a brilliant way to test if it's safe. Take your trousers off, remove your underpants if you're wearing any, whack the cock out onto it. If it survives, it's safe.
No.
That sounds like a one-time deal only.
There is something that sets it off. There's foil in crisp packets. I can rig a crisp packet up in an empty beer can. I'll show you how dangerous these bloody things are. Oop, excuse me, I'll just we adjust the camera to the target.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I don't think you should put your penis in that. I don't think they would work right.
I don't even want to touch the crisp packet now, just in case it's... Yeah. 4 crisp packets don't have a good time with me. If it's not one of these, it's one of me damn lasers burning holes in it.
Oh, I wonder if it'll work on the cat. Where is it anyway?
Let's not electrocute any cats like when you...
The thing is, you know cats are very sensitive to electric fields. The moment I turn that on, wherever my cat is in the house, it looks at you with the eyes like that. You put that anywhere near me, you will die. Your only warning. But it's also very good. If there's somewhere I don't want the cat to go, I leave that in front of it. She won't go near it. She doesn't trust it at all. I don't blame her. I don't.
No. Make sure your hands are dry before you start swatting your flies with it.
Yeah, it's got a nice plastic bat. Yeah, I don't trust those pound down ones. Not only are they're not very powerful, but they're very flimsy. I don't like the look of them. I have got one. In fact, you could probably see it. How good is my camera? It's there. Up.
That black line.
Yeah, the black line is the handle of my quid one, which has been retired. I have got a new laser. It's on the back of the phone.
Oh.
Apparently, it's got a laser range finding doodah on it.
Fucking banned subject.
Is that the LiDAR?
It's a phone.
LiDAR sensor.
It's for the camera-y thing.
LiDAR sensor.
But it can also tap into it, and when if you hold your hand still and you are taking pictures of something reasonably close, press the button, then twist your hand around so you don't move the camera from position. Press it again. It draws a line and measures it for you in real time. I tried it to see how accurate it is for posting items or something. I just put it on the table. I said, "Where the hell's my tape measure?" I just get the phone out and draw a square around it, and it tells me whether it will fit.
It's very clever. Where is it? She's gone in there.
Sounds like the perfect device until you forget where your phone is.
Hello. Come in.
Oh, if that happens, I have one of these, which you press the button and it makes your phone ring.
Or show everybody how big you're getting.
Or you press the button on the watch and it makes your phone ring. Oh, you're getting big, girl. Is it girl?
Yeah, she's getting quite big now. God knows how old she is. I've forgotten how old she is. May, June, July, August. About 4 months old, 4.5, 5 months. I've taught her how to play fetch.
Come on, you.
Does she actually play fetch though, or only just taught her?
No, she actually plays fetch. She likes balls. I throw it and she brings it back to me every time.
My cat likes these ones, which are out of ball, like those ball pits you get. They're very, very light. So they're like huge ping pong balls.
Come on,
yeah, she likes paper.
I can't screw up. You can't screw up receipts around here and throw it away. It's coming back.
She'll bring it back in a minute.
Miserable dog. Come, you are. You've been miserable. Come here. Come here. Come on.
Picks it up in her mouth and
miserable. Come on. Come and sit with Andrew. Come here. Come on. Party.
So she brings it back.
Come. Party. Oh, unbelievable.
Our cat has a fetish for these.
Oh, elastic bands.
Large elastic bands. I can't. You give her a small one, she'll shred it and eat it. Oh, there's that fly. Come on, bastard! I'll have you. I don't know how they get in. The doors are closed. The windows are closed. Everything's closed.
No, she's not in charge yet, Sarah. The older cat still moans at her when she gets in her face.
There it is. There it goes. My cat is the best fly hunter. She can pick up a fly the size of an atom. You can't see it with your eyes. She'll watch it.
Right.
What are you eating now?
Here we go. Right, I can finally sit down and relax.
Bring me your ball.
Very hard day.
Bring me the ball.
It is getting closer. I've got a new hobby.
Fly swatting.
You know, no. You know, with coins, people do date runs and stuff. You know, try to get every coin for a year. It's like
yes, I can.
From 1969 and blah 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 and all that.
I can understand that being a thing. Yes.
Yeah. Boring, I thought. So, guess what I do a date
agree.
run of? Guess what date run I do?
Newspapers.
No. There's a clue in the background on the sofa.
Star Wars films.
No.
Minnie Mouses.
Minnie Mouses. There is a particular set of them which have the holiday year print on their foot. And they're quite rare, and there's quite a lot of them. And I've been scouring everywhere for them. I've got quite a few now. I ordered every Minnie Mouse on the eBay the other day. Every one, I think.
But they take up a lot more room than coins.
They do, unfortunately. This is not actually one of the range, but they got like the year on them. But this one is 2011, and according to my official list that I made up myself, this is supposed to have a tartan coat. But
that's not a coin.
No, but it is a 2011. You can tell from the heads.
So,
and I got a Daffy Duck.
Oh, hello. There's the other one.
All right. Okay. We've gone into the fucking Twilight Zone already.
Oh, it's the cat feed.
Come on. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come here.
Up we go.
Good boy. Good.
I don't want you on me because you're getting heavy. You go up there. There we go. Leave
Pussycat. Yeah, look. Pussycat. Pussycat. Come here. Look.
Hiding over there. Hiding over here. Behind the dreaded red hat is a Minnie Mouse that Andrea sent me.
On the computer. Come here.
Which isn't part of the date run, but it's the same size as them all, and I'm going to go for all of them next.
That's not a pussycat. That's a webcam that you just licked. My viewers will not be able to see me on my glorious new £3 webcam if you keep licking it.
You spend more than usual. What's that?
Yeah, well,
4 by 3 pixels.
I normally do get stuff for free, but needs must. I had to make an emergency purchase in the charity shop of a new webcam after I broke the other one on drinking with Andrew last week.
How'd you manage that?
They're quite cheap. They're about. I've been paying £2 to £3 for some of mine at the moment. I've been sniping them, but some of them do go for 40, 50, 60. It depends on whether anyone else is. Yes, depends on. A lot of people buy plushes at car boots, this and the other, all their children.
Oh, he's still talking about the Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Okay.
So someone is asking whether they are worth any money.
Well, some of them will be.
Some of them are incredibly expensive, which is very annoying because can't afford them at the moment. Some of the more recent ones, like, oh god, they're about 10 times as much as the others. Lego? I've never dealt with Lego ever.
What's happening with your Flego?
No, nothing. All going to Etsy eventually. I've been acquiring little sets for them, and here's a nice little thing I found on the interweb. This is good. This is Etsy do video, don't they? So you can do a 15-second clip rather than photos. Little turntable. You put little thingamajiggies on the turntable, and it turns around in about 15 seconds, funnily enough, which is excellent. A lot of people
could do your own little
do that.
stop motion videos of your figures.
Well, not necessarily stop motion. I just instead of
that'd be really cool.
Every viable view.
Do a little 10-second stop motion video of it, like shooting a laser or something like that. That'll get sales.
I'll get an INR.
You can upload videos on there.
I'm not as described, won't I? Something.
Well, because it don't move on its own.
Well, yeah, it doesn't fire lasers.
Yeah.
I have had to put that disclaimer in some of my stuff before.
Yeah, it's amazing what you have to put as like in your listing sometimes. Oh, it's like, Jesus.
I made a new friend today.
Male or female?
Female.
Oh.
She says she'll be watching soon, so I'll allow her to introduce herself.
Okay.
What's happened? Oh, we've discussed that. Is Barty feeling better? Yes, he's back to his usual self now. A frigging nightmare.
Has he been poorly?
Yeah, he was ill. He's been on antibiotics.
Oh, dear.
Since coming back from the kennels, he was not well.
Oh, yeah. So he picked up something down there, didn't he?
Yeah, he's never going to kennel. I didn't want to put him in kennel anyway. I was like, I'll just take him to the wedding with me. My sister put her foot down.
Just put a bow tie on him, he'd have been fine.
He would have been brilliant at the wedding, wouldn't you, Bertie? Everyone would have loved you. You'd have got me surrounded by Punami. He'd have had a whale of a time, but he was banned. So we had to go to kennels, and he got infected. So I said, look, he's never going to kennel again, because not only does it cost me the fucking kennel fees, it cost me the fucking vet fees as well afterwards from the visit, which is fucking more than the kennel fees. So it's not happening again. That's it. So I've already said I'm not going there for Christmas now. If the dog's not allowed, I'm not allowed. As far as I'm concerned, we come as a pair.
Good for you. You on the cider tonight, then, Phil?
Like for the whole sitting over, Sam.
There's a what? Sorry.
You on the cider tonight?
I'm on the cheap cider tonight. I'm on the original dry cider from Sainsbury's.
You can get cheaper cider in Aldi. Get your Taurus. That's what I've got.
It tastes nicer.
It's the same cider.
I haven't got an Aldi's near me. I've got about 1 million Sainsbury's, and I work in the damn thing. So, also,
do you get the Sainsbury's staff discount?
Do I? No.
No,
I know all the codes.
No, I know it works for Argos, but
they don't work for
the
Argos
code for it as well. I do. I work with the Argos. In fact, I'm doing 2 more Argos. Well, an Argos next week, an Argos the week after that, and an Argos the week after that. I'm in, where is it? North Finchley next week. Doing all of the London ones. Jesus Christ.
Go and lie down. Go and lie down. Go on. Go and lie down. Me. She's getting grumpy in her old age.
Not enough crisps.
No, she just moans. She's like, every time. Bloody want to do something. Like,
the singles group is doing like a matchmaker at the minute. Send somebody's name in who you're interested in, and an anonymous message. So guess whose name I sent in?
Andrew.
Correct. So I've
if it's anonymous, you get.
I've been the first to get an anonymous match, and I know already who it was. It was me. She said we've had Andrew
at least
Nolan.
you'll get along.
We've had. Well, I wouldn't fucking count on that. We've had Andrew Nolan, handsome superhero Andrew Nolan, has had a
And his
message
right-hand man.
simply with the words "boom."
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Don. The dog, is part of the family. He should be coming to family occasions,
Absolutely.
He was not. He did not have a good time in the kennels at all. He did not enjoy the experience. And he's never going in one again.
No, it's like going to bloody prison.
Doggy prison.
Yeah, doggy prison. Stop it.
Oh, this laptop charger doesn't work. That'll be because it is the one that's broken.
Ah.
I have to find where I put the one that works at some point when the battery goes down. Where's PvP? He unfortunately is stuck in Afghanistan with some fellow Canadian citizens. So
they all backed out and left him there.
Yeah, not been able to fetch him back, unfortunately. So he was conducting covert operations there, and regrettably, despite the mantra of "no man left behind," he was left behind.
Left behind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Thought he might be on a date. Bloody hell. I might be on a date tomorrow if I do well at the singles event.
Well, if he got here, they probably made him work. I sold something to Canada today. And they paid more in postage than they did for the actual item.
I love it when they do that.
Yeah, so I said I did it for £25. I said them a 10% discount, and it's cost them best part £60, and it's only paid 22 to me.
What's your best sales this sexy Sally Kelly? What's your best sales this week? Sold the phone for £60. I think that's probably my best sale. I don't think I've sold anything higher value.
No, mine have all been quite low. So I've sold the jelly cat that I showed him a video earlier. I did a video just in case anybody was not. And what is starting to sell? Well, I showed it in the group, but I've actually sold another one. So these shitty things.
Keyrings.
That's that way, folks. Charles and Diana Memorial Wedding Keyrings, to be precise. They're up $3.97 for the pair, and I've got 10 of them. I picked them up they fit 50p at a boot fair for the whole lot because she didn't know what to do with them. So I was like, I'll have just for the sake of it. So 50p for 20 key rings. Like, put them up 2 of each. So 10 lots of 2. $3.97. I've sold 2 lots already. In the same way. I sold one at the beginning of it. I sold one yesterday. They're like, okay.
I have a 360-degree rotational camera now. I can rotate the camera and change its angle. If I'm very careful, I don't knock it too much. Kelly's got a doggy stroller for her chihuahuas. Vicious things chihuahuas can be. For little dogs, they've got a hell of a bite. But buy them whenever they want, Kelly. They want a stroller, you buy them a stroller. Just don't say no to a chihuahua. You know, Barty, he just gives me the guilt trip if I say no to him. It's not as painful. Yeah, I have just had one on for the handsome superhero Andrew Nolan, just with words boom.
Boom. Has anyone else noticed some sales are not showing up in your seller hub graph? There's about one yesterday that's not showed up yet still, and one today that's not showed up still, which is putting my figures all off because it's not in there. I mean, it's registering as send now and post, and I have posted the one yesterday.
It wasn't bought around midnight, was it, or something?
No, one was yesterday.
The only time I normally find it skews figures is when they buy it around midnight. Sometimes it appears on one day, sometimes it appears on bloody next day.
Yeah, but they're not showing on up any day. And when you click on the sort of, the last 7 days or today or whatever, they're not there. But but it shows up in the tasks, so like awaiting dispatch, and it shows up as solds in the app, but it's not showing up on my 31-day total. Yeah. It's not showing up.
So
I've got 2 missing at the moment.
That happens when the buyer has raised a chargeback request against you. So you'll get your £14 chargeback fee now as well.
It was only a £3 DVD that hasn't even arrived, and the other one was the Canadian sale. So one was, so I thought, well, maybe it's GSP, but the one that's not showing up yesterday wasn't GSP. But it's interesting.
Yeah, that's it.
It's just buggy. It's just like they'll turn up in a couple of days probably.
You're getting chargebacks.
Is that just on the have you used the PC app?
This is on the desktop.
It's on the desktop, yeah.
Yeah, this is in the seller hub. They're not showing up. They show up in the app under solds, but they're not being added to my totals. So if you go into your sales and you look at your total for the month to date, or 31 days, or this last 7, whatever they're not being accounted for.
As long as it's in your money being sent to you total.
Well, I will be checking at the end of the month. I'll check that they're actually in the seller reports that I can download when I do my monthly figures. Then that's all I care about. But it's annoying when you're about £40 short of what you actually are. Very bizarre. So hopefully it's just a glitch and they'll turn up in a day or two. Send some offers out.
I'm buying a caravan.
Oh, yeah?
I'm buying a static caravan in Prestatyn.
Cool.
Why?
It's my new holiday home.
I was going to say he's run out of places to put stock.
I shall be living on Prestatyn with Barty at the weekends. Drinking with Andrew. Will be live from the caravan. I'll be going to the Saturday car boot at Rill the following morning. Probably still.
Will you get broadband in one of those?
Minor details. I've got like a 4G or whatever it is, 5G router thing. I'm sure that'll pick up internet.
Should do.
Otherwise, they have Wi-Fi at the entertainment complex. It'll be live from the entertainment complex. Surrounded by screaming kids. A caravan of love. You're more than welcome to love me there, Sarah, if that's what you want. I won't say no.
You're not going to attach it to the back of the vehicle and become a traveller, are you?
No. With no travelling involved. Well, we've car boot, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Stopping off in various little villages saying, do you want to buy a dag?
Apparently, Chris has been inspired by Money Mental UK once again.
Where's he? What now?
What percentage of effort do you give to eBay at the moment? Oh, Christ knows.
I've sold Jane Boy, Chris.
If I was to dedicate 100% pure, I could never dedicate 100% to eBay though, because I have a full-time job. So, I do like 2 or 3 hours a day on it.
We've got a reselling question.
Ooh.
That's what I was just answering.
How is it?
It's good how you were listening to me.
45, Chris. What percentage of effort do you give to eBay? Not 100%. What is my turnover? eBay is 100% of my turnover. I don't know.
Buy one in Tenby. Too far from me, that Don. Tenby is like bloody. Get to bloody London quicker than we get to Tenby.
I've been to Tenby. It's nice there.
Prestatyn is a nice, easy. I'm there in less than an hour. But yeah, Tenby. Oh, a 4-hour drive, depending on the traffic. It's like 150 miles from me, Don. It's not close. Not close at all. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to pop over there just for a weekend, which is what I want.
Yeah, so you want it far enough away, but still close enough to not go, oh, I can't be bothered to drive 4 hours to get there.
Yeah, I want it to be like, oh shit, I've forgotten something. Oh, it's okay. It's not a massive inconvenience to go home and get it if needs be. And I want a TK Maxx nearby for obvious reasons.
Well, yes.
TK Maxx, car boots, Dunelm Mill, B&M, job done. Karaoke of Andrew from the campsite. I'm not a good singer, Aid. You wouldn't want to hear me sing, trust me. Could carry a tune to save me life.
Me neither. I can't sing. Don't even want to try.
Not even the odd Queen ditty?
No. Oh, he's up in Manchester, yeah. How is it being back home?
Be rolling out the red carpet for Ronaldo.
Oh, yeah, there's no show on Monday night. That's going to annoy me. I'll have to find something else to do on Monday. Bank holiday. I'll probably want to sleep by then anyway, because I'm up early the next few days.
Oh shit, Martin, don't worry. There's a KFC drive-through at Rudlin. You got a KFC as well. Yeah, it's only like an actual fucking drive-through. No more ordering the freaking takeaway to come to my house because I can't cope with the queue. I can actually drive to the KFC, go to the drive-through and get my KFC. It's perfect. In fact, I could live in Rill and be closer to the KFC, but I don't like Rill. So, hence Prestatyn. But yeah, only a few minutes drive to KFC. So that's handled.
Have you seen the latest Suicide Squad?
Yes, I went and saw it the weekend it came out. I went and saw Free Guy last week. Oh, she's bought it. Took your time. She's bought the ball back. This is like, I want to play now.
I think I preferred the first Suicide Squad. I'm not saying this one wasn't that bad, but
I agree.
The second one was definitely better.
I preferred the first one as well. I enjoyed the first one. The second one, I don't.
I know Starro or whatever, that stupid starfish or whatever it is part of canon for DC and Christ knows what else, but it was a little too corny for me. I know the film is supposed to be corny, but there is supposed to be a bit of a mild link to the rest of the DC, really, isn't there? And I thought, okay, yeah, some good lines in it. The first one, yeah, much better.
Yeah, the first one was more my type of film. I like Guardians of the Galaxy. I think that's a brilliant series. I like the characters in it. This was trying to do the same, but with different characters, and that's it.
From a DC point of view, wasn't it?
It didn't quite connect for me.
They were going to have the evil Superman as the protagonist. I don't think that would have worked, so I'm glad they dropped that. But I don't think Starro was a good stand-in.
Have you still got your motor? Unless somebody's stolen it, which, is a possibility.
Yeah, there's some good films coming out soon. There's that Marvel one next weekend. So I can't remember
Yeah, I know the one you mean. I can't pronounce it.
I keep saying Bruce Lee, but it's not. But everyone knows who I mean.
Is it a Snake Eye one?
No.
Shai Chin or something like that.
Shan Junzi or whatever.
Yeah. So there's that, and then the Eternals is out in November. That looks fantastic. It's got Dune coming out, which I'm taking Luke to see, because he knows nothing about it. That looks fantastic.
Have you seen the first Dune? The 1980? Is it 1984?
I have, but probably around about 20, 30 years ago, sort of in the 90s at some point when I was a teenager. I saw that.
Well,
it has Jean-Luc Picard in it.
Yes, I was going to say, look, it's got Patrick Stewart in it.
Exciting news. If you want to watch the first Dune, I've got it for sale, I think, on VHS, unless we've sold it.
Oh, VHS, my word.
You can buy it.
Buy a VHS recorder player thing.
Oh, he's got plenty of VHS recorders. I actually need to see if I've sold. I've got a vague feeling I might have sold it, actually. Let's have a look. Oh, I've sold it. You're out of luck.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I'm looking forward. Really looking forward to June. I'm looking forward to Venom. Let There Be Carnage as well, because that'll be great.
Venom, I'll enjoy.
Yeah, Venom. Oh well, I've sold something. And obviously Spider-Man in December as well, because the trailer's come out for that this week. That looks brilliant.
Yeah, which one is it called? Is it
Far From No Way Home?
After Far From Home. Yeah, No Way Home. I know it's one of the.
There's Homecoming first, then Far From Home, and the new one's No Way Home.
So you get rid of
Spider-Man.
I am possibly getting rid of Land Rover, but it needs some work done to it first, and I also need a new laptop. So it depends which one is a priority.
Laptops are expensive at the moment.
I've sold it. I think my repeat buyer's back. Because I've got a crap load of Agatha Christie audiobooks at the moment that I'm steadily selling. Wednesday night as well, I think I was watching Peter's stream, and somebody bought 4 of them individually, back to back. They're all free postage, so it doesn't really matter. So they bought 4 of them, and before I'd even posted that lot out, they bought another one yesterday. And 2 more have just sold, and it's from this guy again. He's just bought another 2. So thank you very much. He hasn't asked for any sort of discount. The first 5 will have been delivered today. I checked the tracking on that because I put them all in the same box. Have delivered, and he's not messaged me. He's only got 5 feedback. He had 2 feedback when he bought the first lot, so he's obviously buying.
Send him a coupon.
No, he's paying full price without grumbling. I'm not giving him a
give the nice man a coupon.
Fuck that. Nobody.
Well, he's obviously buying a load of books because his feedback's from the Cotswold Library. We buy books, and so he's obviously buying, but he's probably trying to buy up the entire collection from me and other people. But I'm very grateful for him. So let's see if that pushes that sale up on the dashboard. No, it hasn't. So those 2 sales are showing up on. So I've only done.
They're a bit recent, those, aren't they?
Yeah. So I've sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things I've sold today, and only 7 of them are showing.
Right, fuck it. I need some more sales. Hang on.
Chris is not payday. Chris is not.
It's not payday for me until Tuesday.
No, it's not payday for Luke till Tuesday either. But my payday's whenever I feel like it.
Will you stop growling? JJ says Damien's on Love Hearts.
Hi, Jess.
She appears to have a pussycat as well.
Right. Spider-Man is not shite. If you want me to keep watching your channel, you'll backtrack on that.
He does this with Star Wars as well. He's just fucking jealous of other films that aren't Back to the Future.
Yeah, the new Spider-Man films have been really, really good. I'm really looking forward to this one because it's a mixture of just because what they're doing with it, with the plot. I won't do any spoilers just in case anybody doesn't know.
We go. Oh shit, me! Somebody's paid. You think that the fucking postage on that your buyer just paid to Canada a lot? Somebody just paid 40 quid postage for an Angry Bird.
For what? When you had 9.90 for 5 Angry Birds?
That's
where the bloody hell are they? They paid that postage. They've got to be Australia.
Let's pay. Guess the price for what I've just sold. Although I've kind of just given away what it is.
Yeah, it's an Angry Bird. It's a tenner, give or take.
Nope.
10.95 or something like that.
Nope.
12.
Oh, I bet it's a yellow one, isn't it?
Nope.
You sold a red one?
I've sold out of yellow ones.
Have you? You said... like last time you were complaining that only people would buy the yellow ones, nobody was buying the red ones.
Second the yellow ones sold out, people started buying the red ones.
Excellent.
But yeah, this one's going to Italy, so fucking hell, the postage that eBay are making, the profit that eBay are making
only to Italy.
The 40 quid postage.
Jesus Christ.
The fucking plush.
It's the VAT charge, it's about 300%, isn't it?
VAT's only going to be about £2.
We're still waiting for
£900 for shipping duties.
We're still waiting for a correct guess. We can't move on yet. Good boy.
I can't remember how much you got them up for. They're like $12.95, something like that. There can't be any more than that.
Still waiting for a correct guess. Oh, yeah, here we go. Richard's doing his auction tomorrow. I thought it was bloody next Saturday. Here we go. We've got a correct guess. Lisa, who's got me store shape.
£11.95.
I said £12. It's close enough.
That's not close enough.
We'll buy a 5p. Old 5p. Look at that.
So, yeah, there you go. Richard is doing a live auction tomorrow. In aid of charity. Do go and watch Night's Life tomorrow. Unfortunately, I won't be in attendance because I'm going to be balls deep in Pinami, but it'd be a great way to spend your Saturday night. Worthy cause. Bring your fucking checkbooks. Yeah, don't be fucking tight. Be spending a fucking fortune.
What is this? Blankety blank. Bring your Google Pay.
I might send you an actual penis picture this time, Lisa, but I've deleted all my penis pictures from my phone, so I might have to take one another time for you. My future wife, Emma, is in the chat. She's not gone unnoticed. Welcome, Emma. It's her birthday next week. She's going to meet Cristiano Ronaldo at Old Trafford. I think I've translated that correctly. Either that or she's stalking him at Old Trafford, one of the two.
Right, where's that racket of yours? No,
yeah, I'll pass it through.
Thanks. The cat's got his eye on it. It's like, you're going to get it then.
Cats are excellent trackers. We should
this one's not
engineer cats and make them into missile interceptors or something because they can track stuff.
You show her up, don't you?
Hey, Richard. You've got to be careful taking pictures on phones these days, Andrew. I've noticed what mine does now. Whatever I point it as, it comes up with a little emblem at the bottom. It tells me what I'm taking a picture of. It bloody knows. Point it around the room. If I wanted a cat picture comes up. It says, you're going to take a picture of a cat. We have cat settings. You'll put it at a dog. You'll put it at anything. It'll tell you, put it at a plant. I'll tell you what bloody plant it is. You point it at your room. God knows what it's going to come up as.
I won't want to know.
Exactly. I expect there's an icon for it.
Yeah. I think I'm going to have a busy day Tuesday packing. I've got 5 things to go out already on Friday evening.
What are you rating out of 10?
I've sent my order of the day out already.
What are you rating out of 10 what?
I'm rating anything out of 10.
TD, what are you rating out of 10 your Panani?
That's the type of bread, isn't it? Well,
That's panini.
Oh.
Hi, Richard.
I'm out of the loop. What the hell's a punani?
Pussy.
Is it? Oh, I got one of those in the bedroom. I think. Furry one. 4 legs. Before anyone says.
This is the 2-legged variety. The singles. It's the singles drinking session tomorrow with all those drunken women and my natural charm. I'm guaranteed to be going home and having sex with at least myself.
Yes. Give me your hand. I'll put a blue dot on it.
I've already told them that the other men don't need to come because I will take one for the team / all of them for the team.
I was in Sainsbury's the other day just looking for bits and pieces, and I went down the lager aisle because the missus fancied some nice lagers. She said, can you pick some Stella or Budweiser up? They had 10 packs or cans or Stella. £5.50. I thought, are you joking? It's got to be wrong. So I scanned it with the smart shopping. £5.50 they were. I went and got a trolley. I now have a lot of those. £5.50 for 10 cans. Stella. Don't even like Stella that much.
I'm sure she don't like you either.
Well, I'm going to investigate it.
You don't get bloody prices like that in Wales, I can assure you.
That's why they can afford to sell it in England at that price, because they scam you lot and then pass on the profit to the Englishmen, you see. And then we get this stuff, 50p a can.
That's not how it's not the fucking breweries that are making the money, it's the fucking Welsh Assembly.
Yeah, exactly. I bet they've all got English names. Like Bob or something. Did you notice that guy on your auction site throwing the auctions sounded much like Sean Kelly off of the TV program? Do you think he was trying to do a bit of an impersonation?
Oh, they all do that, don't they?
Bring their voice up and roll their R's. Even when there's no R's to roll. It's £10. Love it.
I'm still sending in my nominations for the matchmaker on the singles group. So far, my nominations have been Andrew Nolan, boom. Colin and or Ryan Pugh, because he fucking never knows which Facebook account he's using. The Sexy Stud Muffin, that's my friend, obviously. And then the next one, Leslie Jones, who is hosting the event tomorrow, but only if she buys me a pint tomorrow. Got them.
Cheers to this and that in the chat. We're on the Stella.
The topic is auctions. There's no fucking topic to drinking with Andrew. Where has there been a topic to drinking with Andrew? We were broadcasting live from the auction earlier, PvP, where I successfully bid on some tools for my man cave and some wallpaper for my walls. Where am I going? I'm going to Wrexham. I'm going to the pub.
Was this wallpaper for packing or reselling or use? Was it good wallpaper or it's like
it was initially for void fill. However, having checked the resale value on it, and bear in mind I pay less than £3 for the lot, and it's over £30 resale. It is now for resale.
How many rolls is it?
6 rolls.
6 rolls is good. You get money on that because people can do a decent room.
Yeah.
Rooms. Just when you get 1 roll, it gets a bit dodgy because what does 1 roll do? About 4 strips, right?
Well, I mean, you could just about make it. It's like if the pattern's good enough, you can make it. Do it like if you've got 2 rolls, you can do a feature wall. Yeah.
Well, I'll be showing them in a video.
I'm surprised with wallpaper because it's every single. I used to do a lot of work before supermarkets in DIY stores, and they were all taking wallpaper out. Some stores didn't even sell it anymore. Apparently, it's not a thing. Maybe that's why it goes well on eBay because you can't buy the bugger anywhere. So you could be on a winner. Was it an excellent pattern? Flowers.
Well, I'd be showing him. If I pick up some more stuff at the auction in the morning, PvP, because it goes over 2 days, then there might be a video. I'm not showing some fucking wallpaper and some crappy tools because it's not quality content, is it? But we get some more stuff as well. Maybe I actually won a vintage industrial cabinet for 14 quid. That was worth over £100. Unfortunately, the reserve was 20 quid on it, so I lost that.
What auction site was it? Was it North Coast auctions?
Easy Live auctions.
Yeah, I'm on North Coast auctions, which is the north coast of Wales, in fact, which I used to go on quite a lot when there was a lockdown on, because I think they still do, but at the time they offered reasonably priced shipping if you got something really good.
They're over in Rel, I think.
It's sort of like a site where it's part of one where there are lots of auctions on it, and you can pick and choose. They are quite bloody dear on fees, aren't they? Christ. If you want to have a look at their catalogue and Christ knows what else, you've got to pay sort of like an entrance, if you like, and then that gives you the opportunity to have a look at their books and bid, and you get to bid at a better commission rate than if you sort of like turn up on the day. But it's still sometimes up to about 22-25%.
Yeah, well,
they've got to pay packing.
If my auction house was open in person, which it isn't until next week, the commission is 17.5%. So it's online. If I want that 17.5% price, I've got to pay £3. Otherwise,
same sort of deal. Yeah.
Otherwise, I can just do it for free and pay 20.5, which is what I paid today. Because like to earn back that £3, I'd have had to buy spend a fuckload of money. So it's not worth it for me.
I've seen some seriously good shit on these auction places. Unfortunately, so did everyone else. Just like see stuff that's up there, 50-60 quid, sort of like expected price. Then do you think, really, that's worth 300 or 400? I think I'll put a sly couple of bids in. All of a sudden, doesn't it go up like a roller coaster? You think, I'll put in 80 or 90, that'll be all right. One profit takes past the £500 mark. We go, shit. There's some unusual items. There was a very, very old Mickey Mouse rotary phone where he's holding the receiver and he actually speaks. I don't know when it was, about 70s or 80s or something. And I know they go for about £70-80, and they wanted something like about 30-40, but that went up to about £54 before I gave up, because after you add on your commission and everything, you're not even going to draw level by then. I was going to keep it for myself. It did look good.
Yes, sir.
I just like the way it goes,
you've got a call! That's long gone.
You haven't fell into a bucket of Muse any time recently then, Damo?
About a bucket of what?
Mew cameras.
No, I haven't found any Muse lately, unfortunately.
Just admit, you could fall in a barrel of anything and come out. Look at iPad.
Right, I like a load of PCs, DVD games, but that's about it.
I haven't seen anything. Nothing.
But yeah, it's a bit like the weather's. What have I put it up for, Sarah? So it's about 60 quid-ish, something like that. I got full asking for it. So whatever I had it up here for in the video, I can't remember it. You're talking June, I think I sold that, so a good couple of months ago.
How many items do people list daily over 7 days a week? I list Monday to Thursday generally. I might slip a few on over the weekend. My aim to do at least 10 items a day. I've done 63 items this week.
I've done quite good. I listed like 30 items on Wednesday. Listed about another 10 today. Listed 5 or so yesterday. 6. something like that. I've been
I
listed all
went through my appalling pile of really shite DVDs. I've got about 450 of those little bastards. Got them for 7p each, and I think I overpaid. I found 3 I can get some money on Zipit for. You scan it, it comes out £1. Whoa, money! I can actually get money from one of these, and then you go and put it aside. You go for a load more. Then you go back to scan it. It says, "No, I don't want that one anymore." What?
I tried to go with monetary value rather than listed. I'd want like as a minimum. I want to grow my store by £1,000 a month. So if I sell £3,000 worth of stuff in a month, then I want to have listed £4,000 worth in that month. Which I seem to be doing. I've listed about £800 more than what I've sold so far this month. So I've got 3 days left. So I want to try and get that to 1,000.
Yeah,
people keep buying stuff though.
Jess does 100 as a minimum a week, but Jess also doesn't sleep ever.
That's 20 a day, Monday to Friday. That's pretty good. But mine's sporadic because it depends on what I'm selling to. It depends what else I'm doing that day. Because like if I'm at boot fair on a Wednesday, Monday is shipping day, so it tends to take up most of the time. So Tuesdays and Thursdays I tend to get listed more than I do on the other 3 days of the week.
Remember I was telling you about my new future wife? Here she is.
Welcome, Lauren. This her. Hello, Lauren.
I've encouraged her to speak in the chat for the first time because she's been lurking apparently for quite some time. So I persuaded her after we had a nice chat on Instagram earlier, not controversial, just about reselling. And I said, come and say hello. So everyone welcome Lauren Louise. I just call her Lauren because like 2 names is just too much effort for me, really.
LL.
Yeah, we could go with double L.
Yeah.
But she's a long time viewer. She's familiar with who Damien is.
Echo off of someone's screen somewhere.
Does she know she does now, Jess, because I've just announced it.
This is now public knowledge. It will be in the Sun tomorrow.
It's okay, Jeff, though. You've still got room in my heart. Don't worry.
I went into Hobbycraft the other day. It's the only place that sells little tiny stickers now. You used to go to any shop. There used to be rows and rows of stickers, all various sizes, wasn't there? No one sells them.
WH Smith used to have that sort of thing, yeah.
Used to. Don't anymore. And even if they did, it'd probably be about £10 a sticker. But
yeah.
The only place you can get them now is Amazon. And I thought, oh, really? I looked online, and eventually one of them said, you can get them from Hobbycraft. I thought, oh, that's expensive. But there's a Hobbycraft near me, so a couple of miles, drove in there. I haven't been to Hobbycraft for about, 20 years. What an amazing store. Christ. I could set up about 1 million Etsy ideas just from walking down one aisle. I did. Yeah. I saw some pin badges. I thought, I can stick Legos to them. I can make little badges.
My Hobbycraft sits in between TK Maxx and B&M.
Excellent.
You can when they have a sale on, you can pick up some good stuff in there.
Oh yeah. I thought Hobbycraft was expensive, but it isn't really. It's
quite reasonable. Yeah, they're not cheap, but they're not expensive.
If you're looking for storage boxes or something, and you want a specific size storage box to do, to put your gubbins in or something, they'll have exactly the size you want and a choice of colours, ranges, qualities. Whereas otherwise, you just have to go to your Wilco or something, go in there and go, it'll do, it'll probably fit. And it's shite.
And then it doesn't.
Yeah, or it doesn't, and the lid falls off or something. But I was very impressed. But, I'll have to keep out of there because I only went in there for £1 worth of stickers. And that's only because my SKU method is a lot less complex than yours, Mr. Damien. I put little tiny white dots on
my SKU system is all up there because I never bothered to put the black filler.
I thought you got your ding dong there. You got your laser beam.
I do have it. Unfortunately, I have a habit of moving stuff around, and and then I have a habit of just not, when I'm listing, not put the
Do you
SKU
not
in.
have stock protocol where you scan it from one place to another and it automatically assigns
No.
it? You should get one of those
I don't.
headphone.
I don't keep up with things like that. I have these good ideas that I'm going to do it, and I'll set it all up, and then I just don't bother with it because I know.
You're the same as me. I'll set up a
I know where
spreadsheet
things
and it'll
are.
be complicated and really good and it can do anything. Then I'll think, oh yeah, I'll just go back to that spreadsheet a couple of months later. I'll look at it. Who the hell wrote this? I have not a clue what's going on here.
I just know where things are, so I don't bother. It's like, okay, well, like that's all right, that's there. And I just go straight to it, because everything's all sort of reasonably compartmentalized anyway.
And
so
no one messes with it.
There's nobody there to mess with it.
Exactly, that's what I mean. If no one messes with it,
so all my media is there. All my puzzles are on that one. All my miscellaneous is on two specific shelves. So it's either on one shelf or the other.
PvP, you're on a different platform on eBay to us, so your limits
is different planet.
Maybe, your limits will maybe totally different to what ours are in the UK.
Yeah.
The eBay UK is a very different beast.
Yeah, it's very, very. So we don't have half the features that they have in America and Canada and on the
like
.com
working
site.
Platform.
No, I can't say .com works any better than .co.uk, but they have, they've got an extra tier in their store than we have.
It works. It shows you your sales.
Yeah, apparently. So it's only because I'm so sort of up on my numbers and following around it, and I know exactly what I've got. I mean, apparently I've done 127.90 today, but I know I've done 150. Was that £22 sales? Not. But if I go in the app, it's there.
I
always used to go on my spreadsheet. I never used to trust me.
What are you barking at?
A lot of people are watching. There's a lot of activity going on tonight. There's loads and loads of stuff being watched.
I am £5 below 100 quid. Yeah, we're not on .com PvP. We're on .co.uk. We have our own eBay in the UK.
What's up with Barty?
There's people outside. It's not allowed for people to be outside.
That's illegal.
My negative feedback that eBay said they had removed and would disappear within 48 hours has not yet disappeared.
No,
well, the one where they put, this comment has been removed by eBay. Because they did that last time.
They removed the comment, but not the fucking feedback. The freaking Muppets.
Because that happened to you the other month, didn't it? Like, like negative, and like you want to get removed, and they just removed the bloody text. It's like, for crying out loud.
I am so fed up with them doing this now. Like, I am going to get on the live chat about that at some point.
Oh, my Agatha Christie buyer's just bought another one, so he's bought 3 tonight, so he's bought 8 in total now.
Are you going to give him a combined postage deal, or is it all free postage?
It's all free postage, so he's quite happily wandering around buying them. He's bought one at $14.97, one at $12.97, one at $11.97.
Does he realise you're the same seller? Because sometimes I get that.
Well, I think,
and then they'll buy something else from me. Then they'll buy something else from me.
Well,
they don't realise we're the same people.
It's like my background is quite distinctive on my photos.
Yeah, it doesn't make any difference. They're stupid as hell, some of these people.
Well, and the fact that he's received the first 5 that he ordered in the same box today.
I've had so many arguments with
so he's obviously happy with what he's got
this week. I've been doing a lot of buying from eBay, and my God, I've had more trouble with the sellers than I have been actually a seller myself.
Some buyer leave me feedback by sending it to me in a message.
Oh, that'll be all right. You can post it and put it on your wall.
he sent me a message and left me feedback. So reviewing the items, would buy from this seller again. And it's like, thanks.
It's like when
because he hasn't left proper feedback.
I was scouring for various bits and pieces on eBay all this week, so I've had this week off. And I just look at some of these listings and laugh. You get one that goes, blah, 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 this for sale and that for sale. Free post in big capitals, blah, blah, blah. You look down there, he's got a postage cost.
Yes, because people copy and paste the listings and they don't bother to read the titles.
I thought, I'm going to report this arsehole, but I thought, don't be so petty. I thought,
it's when you see the little like they copy it and you see the little codes at the end, like because you know they're the SKU codes that the charity shops use.
Yeah.
Like J234 or A227, and it's like,
and they just put on their normal postage rules, don't they? So, but people should be a bit more. Things if I see a listing like that, I am not likely to lean towards it because I think if they don't care about their listing that much, what's the product like? You know, if you haven't taken at least a bit of care to read what the hell your title is, that's ridiculous. The amount of arguments I've had with Bum. Is unreal. I bought one of these Minnie Mouse off a lady, and she hasn't gone away on holiday. And she sent me a letter saying, "I'm sorry, I can't send it to you because I'm on holiday." I said, "You do realise eBay have got a facility for this?" I don't mind. I said, because I don't care when I receive it. But I said, while you're talking to me, I've seen something else on your site which I wasn't going to buy. But if you can send it with the same thing, now that I know that you're not going to send it till the weekend, can you combine the postage? She says, I don't know if the post office will allow. I said, it's 2 soft toys. It's not going to weigh 2 kilograms.
Put them in the same box for crying out loud.
I'll have to have them weighed. I thought, for God's sake, are you new or something? I looked on. She's got like 500 feedback or something. Well, you're not that new.
They don't.
God.
I mean,
you can say yes or no. That's all I want to know.
Yeah, I ordered something at the weekend off it. They're an obvious reseller because of the eclectic stuff that they've got, but they're a private seller as well. And it's like a £30 item, just for me. And they sent it and they just put stamps on the bloody packet. And it's like you're just leaving yourself wide open to being scammed here. You know, because you've got no train. There's not even a return address on the bloody box. Wrapped in black bloody like pallet wrap. It's like, how are you still in business and how are you not being defrauded every 2 minutes if you're sticking stamps on?
I use stamps, but I don't use it for anything more than a certain amount. I always send.
Yeah, exactly. If it was like a £5 item and it's stamps, it's like fair play, you're using stamps. But it's like
the only reason I use
£30.
And again, the only reason I use stamps is because when something is really cheap, the postage is a considerable proportion of it. If I can buy stamps cheaper than I can buy postage, then that's great because it saves 30-40% of my postage cost. But when it gets to something that's £20-30 or 10-20-30 or something like this, the postage cost is not a significant amount of it anymore.
If this is a way to fucking sneak stamps into a conversation, it's
no, it's not. I'm just talking about people that sort of try, not taking precautions in their own business. You know,
it's like I got all my prepared. Every time I send them out, I say putting shit out. I've got them all done ready, so I'll just put them straight in, and it's all paid for. I don't have to fork out.
For 600 feedback or something, so he weren't new. It's like, why are you sending stamps? And it was a good eclectic mix of stamps as well. It was like a large letter first and 2.
Are you sure you
maybe he's done the same as me and bought a shitload of people's collections?
Did the package originate in the Southampton / Portsmouth area?
It might have done.
I don't.
You did buy some Flego, did you?
Did you buy it, in fact, from Phil?
No, I didn't buy it from Phil.
No, I would send Damien a coupon.
No return address. You use stamps, a handwritten address on it, so that it was like absolutely no. I could quite easily just say, "Didn't receive that. Sorry." What are you going to do about it? And he had no choice but to refund me.
People have done it to me.
Yeah,
Fortunately, it's expected, but about 1 in 200, I'll get that. But you do anyway.
The only time I've opened my case against someone when I received the item was when the stupid idiots didn't pay for the postage. So
this guy did have a couple of feedback to say that they'd been undercharged, understamped like whatever the package was, so they'd have to pay a charge.
Yeah, I had
obviously uses stamps quite a lot.
So I had like a thing come through from Royal Mail of like I've got a charge to pay. I'd already opened an item not received case on this item because I didn't know that was the thing that the charge was for. And then like the day it was due to time out, because it never refunded me, the day it was time for me to escalate it, I realised it was the same thing. And I thought, well, the thing is, if I now say I've received it and they've not responded to me anyway, I've ended up paying for the fucking postage on top. So fuck it, I'll just have the full refund. Thank you.
Because if you leave it at the post office, they do send it free of charge back to the seller anyway.
I wanted it. I got it. I paid £1.50 rather than £5 or whatever it was in the end. But, you know, it could have been £6.50. But how can you forget to put a fucking stamp on a fucking, you know, it's a basic part of the business is to fucking pay for the postage when shipping something out.
I forgot to put the address on once. Fortunately, I had my return address on the back. I remembered to do that. It could be done.
Right.
I never forget to do the stamps because I do them all in bulk.
Just sent some more offers to watch that. eBay's quite active this evening. I've sent out.
How's this for cheeky?
10 items, 10 offers to watchers tonight.
How's this for cheeky? Yeah, again, I've been after these little ladies, and I found a seller that's got about 7 or 8 of them, and he wanted £2 each for them, all with £3.20 postage, which is obviously a small parcel. I put a bid in for one of them, and then sent him a message on that bid saying, I know actually got several items for sale on there. He says, and I just want to confirm, will you accept combined postage if I bid on the rest of them? And he said, before he answered me, I was literally still on the same page, and all of his prices went up. I thought, you arsehole. And then he come back, yeah, I'll accept combined postage. I thought, no, you fucker, you won't, because you just doubled all your prices.
We've got a man coming in here now. As we know, he's behind
who could this be?
in Afghanistan.
Who could this be?
Hi, guys.
All the way from Kabul.
Greetings from the Great White North. That's not a racist comment, by the way. That refers to our snow.
It does.
Our snow isn't white.
Well, sometimes ours isn't either, Phil. Especially if you're in the city, I guess.
Oh, he's got that loud microphone again. Is there any way you can turn your microphone down a little bit?
I was going to ask you, I was going to actually ask you right at this. Okay, just
loud.
Sorry. Let me know when it's acceptable. I'm turning it down.
That's fine.
Turning it down.
That's fine.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's much better.
Okay. Yeah, this has quite a wide range on the little volume dial, I guess. So.
Yeah, if you've got a headset on, is you got a mic on a headset?
Headset, microphone, the headset. Yeah.
Yeah. That was.
I was watching last week.
Yeah, as long as it's good now. I know I have a good
watching
voice.
PvP's sobriety. Crash
I don't want to. Yeah, let's not even talk about that.
I couldn't even understand you for the last hour.
I probably couldn't understand me either. That was the problem, Phil.
Blah 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 blah. There's Andrew going.
Oh well. Yeah, sorry, Andrew. I didn't mean to make your stream crash and burn. I'm not going there this week though. I'm gonna take a much more mellow approach. Oh God.
We won't be broadcasting late tonight anyway because we've got an auction to go to in the morning.
Oh, what time's your auction?
10 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm off soon because I'm up at 5:30.
Wow.
We're only live because Lauren requested that I go live. That's the only reason.
Oh. When I watched your haul video yesterday, you said at the end that when you finished doing the books, you were going to have drinking with Andrew.
Life changes, though, isn't it?
Wow.
Between then and today.
In a matter of hours. That's true enough. True enough. Sometimes life can change in a matter of minutes, depending on the circumstances, I suppose.
Yeah, well, some people only take 60 seconds to get someone pregnant, don't they?
Well, I wasn't really specifically talking about that, but oh well.
There you go. Phil,
Yes.
I'm afraid you're going to have to flirt with PvP tonight because Al doesn't seem to be about.
Al. Oh, you see, it was good last week. I was watching him live.
Yeah, my good buddy Al. For some reason, we do seem to hit it off. I don't know why. I kind of never thought I'd, sort of befriend a rugby player. Not in my wildest dreams did I ever think that would happen.
Al's a good sort. I like Al.
But it makes life interesting, I guess, when the unexpected happens sometimes. If it's, if it's fun.
Yeah, I've got an order going to Canada.
Cool.
Canadian bought an order.
How much is your shipping?
Well, I sold it for £21.57, and the postage was like whether it just came in, the order was like nearly £60 because the alerts that come through on the phone seem to now give the full total. You've received a payment of such and such, and it's like I haven't sold it for that much, and then it's like an international sale.
So did you have calculated shipping on it then, Damien?
No, it's GSP, so they calculate it.
Yeah, that makes it a lot easier. Gee, I wish we had GSP here.
That's what I sold.
GSP is good and bad though, because if you don't put the correct weights in, then the GSP cost that comes up can be incredible.
What kind of?
What did you sell, Damien? Was it a fairly large, heavy item or something small?
On the screen.
Quizzical. Oh, it's like a
Quizzle.
game.
It's called Quizzle. Yeah, it's a board game. It's like a crossword game, kind of like Scrabble kind of type thing. But it's only in 3 languages. It's in Dutch, German, and French, and it's not even in English. So
it's probably going to Quebec then, I would guess.
Yeah,
maybe.
So that'll be Quebec sale.
Yeah,
I don't see the actual address, but yeah, I would imagine it's somewhere around the Quebec area.
Well, I mean, I would say it's probably 80% like Quebec, but Ontario and the East Coast provinces do have some French-speaking folks too, so it could be one of those. But I'd say I put my money on Quebec.
Yeah.
I
will never know.
PvP, I dislike Quebec, but for not the reasons that you think.
I'm not thinking of any reasons because I have no idea why you dislike it.
If you think of the phonetic alphabet, the NATO phonetic alphabet, Quebec is for Q. And on the headset that I have to use at work, if I have to use the letter Q, I have to say Quebec. And the machine can never understand me. And I'll go, Quebec, Quebec, Quebec. And I eventually have to say Quebec at it so that it bloody understands me.
Yeah.
Bloody AIs.
I've got a great idea. Next time you're in that situation, start off with Quebec rather than Quebec. Might resolve
eventually. The trouble is, every time I go to a new store, I have to have a different headset. If it's an old store, they have a system called T5, which sounds like it's out of the Terminator films. And it probably is. It's probably the same bloody AI inside their computer system. And obviously, like new technology today, like Amazon, Alexa, and all that sort. No, not you.
Right.
They can understand nearly everybody, but older technology, what you used to have to do is give it a voice template. So when I go into an old store, I have to, for 40 minutes, talk to the goddamn machine so it can understand me. And sometimes it says words, but it says it in its electronic language, and I can't understand what the hell it said. And I'll repeat it as it says it. Like if it says, for example, a command might be sign off, but because sign's got a silent G in it, it'll go sign off. And they go sign off. So I say sign off at it. And when I want to sign off the machine at the end of the day, I say sign off, and it has not a clue what I'm saying. I'll be, oh God, sign off. And it, I'm signing off now.
I just adjusted my headset, by the way, because you guys were kind of low. So what I did was I turned the volume down in StreamYard, because unfortunately the volume control in my headset controls not just my mic but my earphones. Do I still sound okay?
They're not interdependent of each other.
No, they're on the same bloody control. Do I still sound okay though? Because I did turn StreamYard down quite a bit.
Yeah,
you sound better. You sound better.
Oh, good. I just wanted to make sure because I don't want to deafen you guys again. So yeah,
what?
I do tend to have a very loud voice.
These have got built-in microphones, but I turn the microphone off on here because the microphone on the webcam works.
You've got it on the cam,
better.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that works better. So
yeah. I guess it is frustrating though when you're trying to talk to something on the internet. Like I remember Andrew doing his Alexa questionnaires.
No, he hasn't got Alexa. He's got Siri.
Oh, Siri. Alexa. I mean, sorry, Siri. Yes.
Alexa,
those are hilarious. It seemed like Siri didn't understand what he was saying about 90% of the time. What the heck is going on?
Fucking Damien's making his bloody cat food. Evening, Babs.
Yeah, sorry, I was feeding the cats.
It sounds like a lot of packages being opened.
Yeah.
He has his
just microphones
on his
earbuds. So... at me, going, I haven't eaten in 3 hours. I'm dying.
I still remember Neil on Channel 9 when he went to the toilet on one of Laney's streams. My word. It sounded like the Niagara Falls. It was unreal.
Oh,
of course, he was, oblivious.
I think I would turn my mic off if I was going to do that on the live stream.
Again, if you got them on your headphones and you sort of walk off, you forget.
Yeah. Well, I do have an on-off switch here, so
these kind of ones.
Oh boy.
Yeah, my earbuds don't seem to work very well on the internet. It sort of cuts out and jutters a bit. Whereas if I listen to music, they're absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, these ones cut out. It depends on the game. It's like if whoever's talks at a reasonably constant volume and tone.
Yeah, apparently they have settings.
As soon as they like the face of what or
the instructions say it's got settings. If you're doing it on the internet, apparently you can set it for latency and Christ knows what else. But when you set it for latency, because of the processing power, it decreases its ability to pick up. Whereas music, it just plays it. I mean, the music quality is unreal. Listen to that going down the street. I swear I'm in a disco or a rave. The only downside of wearing the headphones is I talk louder because I can't hear myself. And of course I yell at the bloody screen.
eBay have increased my selling limits, but only the amount I can list. So here's how much you can now sell every month. I've gone from 1,250 items to 3,130, which seems quite random. But I'm still only allowed to list £25,000 worth of stuff.
Can you?
I've gone from 25,000 to 25,000. Yeah.
Christ. Mine is substantially more than that, and I sell nowhere near what you sell.
No, I don't sell anywhere near that either. So
mine are horrendously high. 25 grand. Is that it? What, per year?
No, per month.
Or on per month. Well, that's okay.
Per month.
Per year, you struggle.
I've still only got like 400 items, so I'm not. They didn't even need to increase that from 1,250. So, but I'll take it. It says you've been doing a great job selling on eBay, and we've noticed.
Yeah, don't they?
It's like, how would you like to list even more? Well, I'm trying, but if you keep pissing it down with bloody rain, I can go out and find my stock, can I? So.
Mine's there's monthly limits.
They removed the fucking comments on my feedback again. Every fucking time the pricks. That's pissed me off, that is.
That's the second time that's happened to you, isn't it?
Oh yes, we'll remove the feedback, no problem. It's fully entitled to have that removed. Just read the fucking comments. The fucking dickheads.
The comment was actually quite funny. So Damien. Was his issue valid with it, or was it because they?
No, they were new. It was from TK Maxx.
Yeah, because I know what it is. I've seen those items before because I've seen them at the boot sales. But they're just it's a jigsaw in a VHS case.
Yeah, it was a brand new sealed jigsaw. She had nothing wrong with it. Her issue was that it was wrapped in sellotape, which it was to protect it during fucking shipping, not the fucking shipping from me, the shipping to the fucking TK Maxx branch. And they never fucking removed it. And I thought, well, if they've left it on there, It's on there for a reason. I'll leave it on.
Damien, what do you think my limits are then?
Oh, I don't know. Probably about twice that.
Monthly limits: 9,061 more items I can sell this month.
So you're at 10,000.
Another. No, it's 90.
10,000.
No, that's a random figure. It's 90,080. I've only got about 19 items up at the moment. I can sell 100,000 a month.
Right.
Where did they get that figure from?
I don't know. It's like credit cards, isn't it? They just keep chucking it up every few months, and then all of a sudden you've got enough credit limit to buy a house without a mortgage.
They've done this about, I don't know, a month after I took it into business mode or whatever from private mode.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago. It just originally they put it up a fair bit. I thought, well, that's fine, that'll do me. I'll never get to that. And then about a couple of weeks later, they went, Wallop, yeah, why not put 100 grand worth of Lego up? And now I'm not allowed to sell it. Great, yeah. What's your
You guys
idea?
want to know what my limits are?
10 million.
More. It's crazy. You won't believe this, but I just signed into my eBay just to double check because I knew it was high.
Billion Canadian dollars, so about $4.50.
Monthly item limits is $2 billion, and my dollar limit is $200 million. It's exactly what it says on my eBay page.
So
Did you sell fighter jets?
20 quid in UK.
It's crazy. But that's exactly what it says. It's nuts.
So you must be like the biggest seller in Canada.
It's got to be a glitch. I've heard other Canadian sellers mentioning how bizarre it is, right? But yeah, it's like 2 billion items and $200 million a month. It's like, it's pretty funny.
I will tell you now what my listed limits are.
Probably,
I never go anywhere
probably
near
more
them.
realistic than 2 billion.
My number of items listed, I can have 7,670.
That's pretty good.
And my value, 136,500.
Wow,
but
sounds pretty good.
If I go anywhere near those, they'll just up them anyway. Because every time I start approaching them, they just up it for me. Because
so next week then.
Yeah, it's like I have no idea why my selling limits are at but I've always been like that. I think for years now. I mean, I've been on eBay 15 years since I signed up, but I have no idea why they ever got to those numbers. I really don't. I mean, I had a good eBay business going, and I sold a fair bit of stuff for a number of years, but nowhere near those levels. I mean, my God. But I do think it's pretty funny. I do get a good laugh out of it every time I notice it. But that's eBay, right? Wouldn't be eBay without those wonderful little glitches.
I bought. This is not a coin thing. This is just about a buying experience. I bought some coins off of a seller in the week, and he had 2 lots on. He had one lot on for £2 and another lot on for £2. And they were, I looked at them, and if I took them to the bank, I could probably make more than that anyway. So it's good investment, and they were actually good coins. They had some crowns and shit like that in it. But because I bought them from the same bloke, I did try to ask him about combined postage, and he never replied because he didn't offer combined postage. I think I went on to their "Do you want to ask about combined postage?" button. And it said this buyer doesn't offer it. And I thought, I'm not going to jeopardize the purchase because for £2 that is bloody cheap. I'll have them. I'll buy them with the postage on both of them anyway. About a day before he's about to be able to, his limit comes up to be having to send it to me. Out of the blue, he sends me a message saying, "By the way, I can't do that because the postage is £5.60. And I thought, what? What are you talking about? So I said, I bought 2 lots of you, £2 and £2 and £3.20 and £3.20 for postage. Yeah, but it's £5.60 for postage. Coins are heavy. I said, look at my name. It's Collectibles. What the hell do you think I trade in? Do you think I not know how much coins weigh? Going on and on and on. And I was saying, I paid the postage. I had to copy and paste the picture of what I'd actually. I haven't not paid it yet. I'd paid it 2 or 3 days ago. I said, I've paid £6.40 in postage already. Send me my fucking coins.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah, thank you. And by the way, I know how much coins weigh. They only weigh 600 grams. It's not even close to the 2 kilogram limit of a small parcel in the UK.
It doesn't sound like such a bargain when you got to start dealing with someone.
No. What it was, the thing is, it was a bargain. Even with the postage, I paid the postage straight away because I didn't want to leave, not buy them, and then ask him about combined postage and come back and some other buggers bought them.
Sure.
I thought I'll pay it. Good money, and it is good money for what it is. No one cares.
So did you successfully complete the transaction then, Phil?
Well, the thing is, I'd already bought them. I'd already paid the postage.
So how can he add postage on after the fact?
No.
That's crazy.
I thought it must be a new eBayer. I thought. I looked. He's got a massive shop. He's got a massive. I thought, for Christ's sake, this is the theme of the week.
That makes
Idiot
no sense.
sellers that have no idea. In all fairness, they arrived today. They're all there, and they're all good coins.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, if you'd already paid them in full.
Yeah, they're packaged sensibly. I couldn't understand why he sent me a message.
Yeah.
Now TV has sent me an offer of $2.99 a month for 3 months for the movies package, but their hook to try and get me to sign up to this is Wonder Woman 1984.
Oh.
Yeah, no
Wonder Woman.
I have some Legos. I have some Legos looking like that. You could get a badge or something like that, and that could be perfect. You see, it could be a perfect segue.
Now, as we know, I like me science fiction films. I like me women dressed in spandex. You would think Wonder Woman 1984, year of my birth as well. You think perfect combination? Absolutely not. No, it's fucking shite.
1984 was a bad film. It really was. I had high hopes for it. Like I think I've said so before. I believe it was on this channel when they had Justice League. The opening sequences and Wonder Woman in that was 10 times better with the Wonder Woman alone than 1984 film. Absolutely brilliant.
I haven't seen that.
I'm talking this. You talk well. Have you seen either of them? Have you seen
I've seen first. I've seen the first Wonder Woman film. I've seen Justice League. I haven't seen Wonder Woman 84. Just haven't got around to watching it.
You won't be missing much, but it's all right. It's a bit of fun. But the storyline the storyline is a bit like an old Batman 1960s sort of plot. Really, this is so stupid. Whereas the rest of the franchise was so much superior. It was annoying.
I mean, that's the thing with the DC movies is they've always been either hit or miss. You know, so they've been not like quite good, but they've been ruined by something, or they've been complete crap.
Well, the first Wonder Woman film,
they've just got
just like was it a World War One, World War Two? Can't remember what World War it was, but when she was back then, brilliant film.
Yeah, the first film did quite well, didn't it, at the box office too? I think it was quite.
Yeah, then WW84 came along. I think probably because I had such high hopes for it, and it just let me down quite a bit.
I haven't seen it, but I heard it was a pretty good film. Yeah.
But the WW84, it only got about, I think IMDb rated at about 6, and I think that's fair.
I think Damien hit the nail on the head, though. It does seem like the DC movies do seem to be hit and miss.
They are.
Seems like the Marvel films are more consistent. I mean, they're not always great, but they do seem to have a higher consistency.
The trouble with the DC movies
is Black Widow wasn't particularly that great.
No, I heard that was pretty bad.
In fairness, Black Widow I watched a second time. It makes a lot more sense. Watch it a second time.
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's not a bad movie, but when you compare it to the caliber of the rest of the Marvel films, it's rubbish.
Oh yeah,
it's their weakest film that they've done in about 10 years.
Yeah, but if you watch it a second time, it will go up a bit for you because there's so much.
I don't think I could sit through it again.
You think that, but when you watch it the second time, because you know what the story is, you pick up on so much of the film which you overlook in the first watching. I found this when I watched it. One of my mates is a massive fan of the Black Widow character, and I said, I've got a copy of the film if you want to borrow it. And he looked at me and said, "You didn't like it, did you?" And I said, to be honest, I didn't think much, but I know you like it. You probably appreciate it more. I said, if you want, I'll watch it with you because we have to share a hotel room anyway. I said, I'll watch it again with you. I don't mind. I enjoyed it probably about 50% more the second time around because I knew what the hell was going on.
Some films do improve
it wasn't
with
a bad
repeated
movie.
viewings. Yeah.
It's just one of Marvel's weaker ones.
Once there are a few Easter eggs in there I never caught on at all. And
Have
the
you
second
been
time
watching
around you watch it, and you think, oh yeah. No.
Have you been watching What If?
No.
On Disney Plus. That's quite good. Do you know? Have you heard about it? Do you know what it is?
No, I've not heard of it.
It's like because you know they've done WandaVision and
I didn't like WandaVision.
WandaVision was actually very good. You should go back and watch that again.
I couldn't watch the first 2 or 3 episodes ever again.
It's very very good. And
I struggled.
We're only halfway through. We're only halfway through Loki, but they've done
Winter Warrior was good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I haven't watched Winter Warrior versus Falcon, but they've done an animated series with like the MCU as it is, with the characters looking like their movie counterparts. But it's like the Watcher, and it's like the multiverse and all that. So it's like, what if this had happened? So the first one is, what if it wasn't Steve Rogers that went into the machine and became sort of gone from a weedy little army boy to Captain America? It's what happens if Agent Carter goes in, what's her name? Carter. So she becomes Captain Carter, and she's wearing a Union Jack version of suit.
It does be a common genre now of the what ifs, doesn't it?
It's what ifs. So they've taken specific scenes in the various Marvel movies, and they've taken it. I was like, and it's a story of what. So episode 2 is what if Chadwick Boseman, the Black Panther, was picked up by the aliens from Guardians of the Galaxy rather than Star-Lord.
I will have to watch this because this is
it's really, really, really good. They've got 3 episodes out so far, and I haven't seen the third one. We only watched the first 2.
I watched one on YouTube, which was more of a storytell rather than a feature. It's all about what if Gandalf got hold of the ring and used it in the Hobbit.
Yeah. So it's the same sort of premise.
And they worked through it. And they realised that if Gandalf decided to hold on to the ring, it would eventually eat him to such a point where he would use it, and he would become worse than Sauron. He would rule the whole kingdom with his own version of righteousness, which is actually complete and utter evil.
Well, that was the thing with the One Ring, is it corrupted the wearer.
Yeah.
If they had it, like the owner of it for too long, because it was made out of evil.
Then they brought out the Hobbit films, which I
didn't mind the Hobbit films. They were all right. I'm interested in the Lord of the Ring.
They were like the Lord of the Ring films if they were done shite.
Yeah.
I can watch Lord of the Rings, but I can't watch the Hobbit.
Quite interested in the new Lord of the Rings series they're doing, because that's set like 1,000 years before the books.
Well, you think
based on like one after
Tolkien set out a whole universe for this, isn't it? I mean, in the Lord of the Rings, that's around about 3,100 and something, whatever AD of their timeline, isn't it?
Yeah,
they go back tens of thousands of years.
Yeah, so
like Star Wars. This series like Star Wars canon. Star Wars canon goes tens of thousands of years backwards.
And also Game of Thrones as well, because they're doing the same thing. So they're creating their new series. It's based like 1,000 years before the Iron Throne. Like the Game of Thrones, like we've seen. So as long as they don't create any
I do get a bit
bored
of the. Get a bit not bored, but I don't like the ones that go back because you kind of know it's going to be all right.
Well, it depends how far. If you go back far enough, then you create. If you go back 1,000 years in our history, you're talking 1066.
Yeah,
and William the Conqueror and all that. So which is so far removed for. So the Battle of Hastings is so far removed from the Battle of Britain. It's the same sort of like time span. So if Game of Thrones is World War II,
that's
what happened around it. So what they're doing is the Battle of Hastings, and they're completely unrelated. But the royal family follows through to the royal family.
So it's like on the Star Trek franchises. After it went progressively forwards. You had the Next Generation, you had
Yep.
Deep Space Nine, you had Voyager. They're all going, forward in the same speed as you're traveling through time, if you like.
And then you get season 3
And then-
Discovery.
Well, you get Discovery, which is backwards, but before that, you had Enterprise, which is backwards as well. And I know Enterprise is kind of a different universe and all that shit. I didn't get on with that series either.
I quite like Enterprise.
Discovery. I've seen 2 or 3 of the original series. I do need to watch some of them, but
Oh,
I
finally,
still
we're talking Star Trek, something I know about.
But the thing I do like about
I've
Star
seen
Trek,
enough Marvel movies.
the thing I do like about Star Trek is
Discovery
Picard.
gets so much shit.
Picard,
and
at least
Picard
that's
gets so
now
much
bringing
shit
it.
as well. Yeah.
Picard's brilliant. I love that.
I love Picard. Picard is brilliant, and like I'm a big fan of Discovery as well. Discovery is fantastic. I mean, I know a lot of like the purists hate it.
Hey, Todd.
Hey, Todd.
Hi, Todd. The hand is
The
returned.
only thing I don't like too much about Discovery is their flippy drive thingamajigger with the lurgy, the big tardigrade navigator thing.
The tardigrade, yeah.
Really?
No, I'm down
really,
with that. I like the whole thing. It's
I
absolutely
like the idea, but that would have been great if they'd done that after, not in between and before in the timelines. You know what I mean?
Well, unfortunately, the thing with things that go back is it's like we as media consumers and all that, we're constantly moving forward. So if you bring out something new, it's got to be better than what's before. That's why when they've redone redesigned the Enterprise, like for Discovery and brought it in, it looks better than the original one did in the 1960s. If they'd used the same model,
physically it looks better, but
just say,
I don't expect it to have a drive that does that.
No, but the
actual technology they're depicting is that a little too advanced. I didn't
They're on.
I like the idea, but I just didn't like it.
They're on spaceships that travel faster than the speed of light. It's all fucking too advanced.
Well, it's all fantasy, basically.
Exactly.
It's impossible.
We're moving forwards, but so when they start going backwards,
I have to totally disagree, though. I think the original Enterprise is still the best-looking starship ever. But I'm old school. I grew up watching the first show, so I'll always be prejudiced that way.
I don't really rank them. I like the ones they've used. I thought the one they used in TOS suited it really well. Loved it.
Yeah, I think it was an incredible design for 1966. I mean,
and then when they had the sleeker-looking oval-shaped one in Next Generation.
Next Generation was okay. I didn't mind it.
I liked the Voyager-shaped one.
I thought the CGI was a little rough in those late 80s episodes, so it didn't look...
Computers.
Yeah, they didn't quite have it together for the first few seasons.
It's because it wasn't always CGI. They still used a few models.
Models, okay.
Yeah,
see, the thing is, to me, when I watched the original series, I still think the original...
The thing is, they couldn't use the CGI technology too much then, because that was a transition phase. If they switched it to CGI, you would have to make the CGI look like the models for continuity.
Yeah, well, that's the funny thing. When they redid the original series a few years ago and added CGI, when they updated some of the episodes, to me the CGI looked cartoonish compared to the actual original effects from 1966.
They've done the same for like in Star Wars, the original film, when they do the canyon run through the Death Star to shoot that missile down the hole.
Yeah.
If you look at that scene from a technical point of view, it's crap, but in the film it fits perfect.
It works.
They actually got CGI computer nerds today to redo that scene using today's technology, and they can really get it so the laser bolts, when they come at you, all the light rays come off it, it lights up the ships as you go past, explosions are realistic, all the light ray effects are there. It looks wrong.
That's the thing.
It's
CGI
realistic.
Does not always improve things.
No. It looked correct. It looked correct, but for the film, it looked wrong because of the feel you had for the film. You wanted the straightforward, little tiny, painted-on laser bolts that were round and solid. You didn't want the flary big things coming up that are realistic.
Sometimes it's more about feel and emotion than technical perfection, right?
Hang on. Toby's in the chat. We've got to say hello to Toby. All the way from Australia. Hello, Toby. Todd, welcome. How are you, my friend?
I'm well. but I have something serious to add to the chat, if you don't mind.
Is it that Star Wars is better than Star Trek? Because I'm totally with you.
They're both good.
They are both good. I would like to draw the attention to something that has happened in the U.S. with a fellow reseller on YouTube, and I will put a link to the video. I don't know how many of you follow or know Alabama Pickers on YouTube.
I think I've heard the name, but I don't think I've
heard the name, but I haven't
think I've watched the channel. Yeah.
Okay.
What's happened?
Alabama Pickers is a couple from Alabama, of course.
Good name for them, then.
Yes.
Sorry.
Dusty.
Sorry,
Yeah. Dusty and Tristan Graham in Alabama have both contracted COVID.
Oh, shit.
And just yesterday evening-ish, Tristan passed away from COVID.
Say something like that.
Oh, Jesus.
And I would like to put the link to the video that Dusty gave into the side chat.
Is that the one that says Tristan passed from COVID? Is that the one?
Tristan passed from COVID.
I'll
Yes.
I'll copy it. Hang on 2 seconds.
And in the YouTube chat, I'm now pasting the link to Dusty's video while he is still on ventilation in the hospital.
Yeah.
To that video.
Awful stuff.
Oh, there we go.
It is really horrible.
Oh, man, I wish this damn pandemic would end.
So, I know. She had other health problems, but can you imagine having COVID and waking up next to your wife who has passed away?
That's sad.
And
I'll put the
very,
link to the
very
video
awful.
in the chat for you, Doc. In the chat.
How am I? I'm trying. What? Did I get it done?
No, I've done it for you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Because you need to be a mod to do it, and I don't know if you're a mod or not.
And I wanted to share because they've created a GoFundMe page. I mean, Dustin and Tristan have been a 5, 6, 7 year part of my reselling life now, giving me so much. And I would like to share the information here with you guys. And that's what I'm basically about this evening. I didn't mean to break in and break up what you guys were. I mean, this chat has always been light.
We'll raise a glass.
Light-hearted and energetic and fun, and I love you guys.
Get a link into that Just Giving page, and we'll see if we can get some money raised there.
I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah, I just wanted to share in here. I'm basically a little heartbroken here.
I bet.
Understandable. Very understandable.
big part of life there.
Well,
and,
when you've known
it's gone.
someone for 7 years and suddenly this happens, I mean, it's going to be very hard.
Yeah.
Really? No. I'll be back in a second. The dog has picked this particular moment of the man to be taken outside. Come on then. Damien's in charge.
Yeah.
So anyway,
The links.
there's a GoFundMe page set up to help with funeral expenses, and
there you go. The GoFundMe links in the chat.
anything left over will go to the children of Dusty and Tristan to further help. So if you've ever gotten any information or whatever from Alabama pickers to help your reselling career, there you go.
May God bless them.
Yeah. Thank you very much for letting me address this.
No worries.
After that, it's just not fair, COVID, is it? Right? I'm 65 years old, and COVID is supposed to take out old ass geezers like me, not
COVID doesn't give a shit.
No, I do take that.
Not 40-year-old vibrant people like Tristan Graham. You know what I'm saying? It just sucks. Anyway, sorry to bring down the.
It's perfectly fine, Todd. We don't mind. We really don't. We're actually glad you came and shared this with us. It's good to get it, out and talk about it.
Yeah. I don't know how many of y'all are subscribed to Dustin's Alabama Pickers channel. It's a pretty large picking channel.
It had a substantial following, didn't it?
Yes. Much bigger than Andrew because,
they got 10,000.
I'm much bigger than Andrew, and I've got 5.
Andrew just sucks, right? I'm sorry, Andrew. He's off camera so I can talk to him.
1 minute and gone for it, and this is what happens. It is Damien in charge, and it turns into a free-for-all.
Only in the last few seconds. I'm sorry, I held it together for as long as I could.
Anarchy now, anarchy.
Yeah, it's all gone to shit. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but hey, God, that sucks.
Could be worse. You could have just drunk from a can of cider that's a week old. Oh. God.
Yeah.
It's not one of your empty cans.
Only a week
filled, is it?
No.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Yeah.
On that note,
Star Wars is friggin' better than Star Trek any day of the week.
They are both very good.
I am going to jump off because I've got to be up at 5:30, so it's 11 o'clock. So I will leave you guys to it. And I'll see you all again soon.
Yeah. Hey, Damien. Have a good one.
See you later.
All right,
I'll
Damien.
try. See you later.
Bye.
Thanks, Damien.
Jasmine's joined us in the chat. Hello, Jasmine. A beautiful friend from Brighton. Beautiful Brighton. She's asked me how to speed dating events goes. It's not speed dating. It's just a trip to the pub. Tomorrow it is. Tomorrow afternoon, Jasmine. Well, afternoon / evening / until I die. So we'll find out. Yeah. Night, Damien and Kitties.
So,
All right.
Mr. Todd. So, Mr. Todd, which is your favourite spacecraft?
X-wing fighter, of course.
You got to say X-wing. X-wing, okay.
Not the Falcon.
I don't know. I like A-wing also.
A-wing's good.
Yeah.
Silvercrest. I do like the Silvercrest.
Just think how much tat you could haul in the Falcon.
The Silvercrest was designed for it, though, wasn't it? It had tat in it.
The X-wing.
The Falcon did.
Possibly. What were the fighters of the Empire? Those are pretty cool too.
Well, that big silvery thing, what was her name? The lady that went around with that Gungan.
Come on, come to bed. Come on,
Jar Jar, that horrible thing.
Oh God! Don't mention Jar Jar.
Oh, Jar Jar was.
We're not having that bloody travesty mentioned on this channel. The worst bloody character in recorded history.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh,
what were they thinking? What was George Lucas thinking?
George Lucas was thinking what he always thinks: merchandise.
Yeah, well, it kind of.
Why do you think he sold all the film rights so they could have all the merchandising rights? He wasn't silly. He made a lot of money on that. Even if it wasn't what the fans wanted.
I guess he had to come up with something worse than the Ewoks, so there was Jar Jar.
Oh, Ewoks had a comedy bit
I
to
hate
it.
the Ewoks. It's just such an obvious strategy for marketing. I mean, that's teddy bears.
Yeah,
come on.
That's a good chip.
This may be my favorite.
Ooh, that's cool.
But they weren't just teddy bears PvP, were they? They were carnivorous, nasty little buckers.
Well, yeah, but still, they would still make plush toys and be sold to children.
That was the whole idea.
Even if they had teeth.
Without the input of the monies from that, they couldn't continue their work.
I don't know. I just like the first two films the best.
Yeah.
I mean, Jedi's okay, but for me,
it always
the original
changes.
And Empire is the best.
It changes as I change age. It also changes in perspective when I see them again and at different times.
Yeah, I must admit, I haven't seen Return of the Jedi in a long, long time.
Return of the Jedi is good.
I've seen Empire maybe, I don't know, a couple of years ago. I might have watched
Empire was good for very good reasons, but there were some bits about Empire I didn't like.
I thought overall, though, it was the best film dramatically, and I mean, some great battle scenes. I mean, the opening scene where they were battling on the ice planet, like, man, that was pretty cool.
Hoth. Empire, the greatest film of all time.
Well, it's not my absolute favorite, but it's a good one, I must admit.
Even the middle three films, which were the first three films, the very first one, I didn't
care for those. No, I didn't care for those that much.
The very first one I didn't like, but the other two I've watched just to sort of catch up on the canon and understand the canon.
So that would be what? That'd be what were the next two? I agree. I didn't like the first prequel at all.
I didn't like the pod racing bollocks and all that.
Yeah, no, that bored me. It was a total rip-off of Ben-Hur anyway.
Well, it had too much Jar Jar in it.
Well, that killed it, yeah. What was the one after that? I'm trying to remember the title now.
There was a cloney thing.
Oh, Revenge of the Clones or something like that?
I think that was a third of that particular trilogy, wasn't it?
Because the second one I remember seeing, and I actually enjoyed that one. That was actually pretty good.
The second one was pretty good. That was the one where wasn't it Dooku faced off against Yoda?
Yeah, something like that. It's been ages since I've seen it though, so my memory's not 100%. But yeah, I remember it was a good film though. It moved along at a good pace and had a lot of good scenes.
It was the one when Anakin was getting a little bit feisty, wasn't he, and questioning stuff.
Yeah, I guess at that point you were starting to figure out where things were heading.
Yeah, he wanted to know where certain bits were heading because he was getting a bit ideas for the ladies, wasn't he?
Oh, jeez.
This is the correct reaction. Lucky ladies. Correct, Jasmine. They are very lucky. And hopefully, maybe one will end up even more luckier than the rest.
Well, speaking of lucky ladies, I actually saw Fiona today at the supermarket.
Oh, how did that go?
I asked her out.
What did she say?
She said, "Oh, I don't know," but she said it in a very positive, kind of lighthearted voice. So I said, "Well, think it over." Once again, I walked up. She was busy with a customer buying a whole ton of groceries, and just giving the usual cashier banter to him. And she noticed me out of the corner of her eye. I guess she suddenly turns and looks straight at me and gives me her little wave again, like she always does now. And after he had, buggered off, I walked up and bought my stuff, and we had our nice little chat as we always do. And so towards the end, since she was on the end till, and there was nobody around except a couple of customers yakking with each other like 12, 15 feet away because of the social distance thing, I figured that was my best shot. So I said, "Hey, you want to go for coffee sometime?" She's like, "What?" I said, "You want to go for coffee?" She says, "Gee, I don't know." So it's kind of open-ended at this point, but it wasn't a no. So we shall see. I just said, think it over. That's the nice thing. And then she's like, "Well, we'll see each other soon." And gives me another little wave as I'm leaving, So there's definitely something going on. I don't know. But, if she doesn't want to go out for coffee, I'm fine with that. But now I've asked, and, So now there's no more suspense. It'll either be a yes or a no eventually.
Stu says he likes the Colonial Fighters from Battlestar Galactica. They're very similar to.
Cool.
Are they very similar to the Buck Roger type fighters? I know the director and the producers were the same, weren't they? If we're talking about the TV series, they were certainly.
Well, don't you remember when Battlestar Galactica first started? It came out. They put the pilot film out in the theaters as a feature.
Are you talking about the TV?
Yeah, like 1978 or whenever it came out. They put it out to compete against Star Wars, basically, because I remember seeing both films in the theater back then, and I thought the Battlestar Galactica pilot was actually pretty damn good. I mean, it was a pretty entertaining film.
I've just got a notification. Apparently, there's a live stream drinking of Andrew on in a minute.
Well, that's
literally just come up. Just come
really?
Up.
Wow, that's a bit late.
Notifications are working brilliantly, then, aren't they?
Jesus Christ! No, it came up on my phone exactly bang on time, but on screen it's just come up. But there again, YouTube doesn't work very well on PCs. It always brings up a banner of someone else when it means to bring up a banner of some other shite. Some other shite, sorry. Some other content that has just come up.
Well, somebody in the chat thinks I'm a perv. How nice. Gee, what a nice comment. I'm no perv. I mean, she might be a lot younger, but that doesn't mean I can't make a nice friend because, she's got a nice personality. And if all she wants to do is have a coffee with me, I'm quite happy with that. Jesus. What the hell is it with people that don't even know me? They jump to these conclusions. Good Lord. Honest to God.
Yeah.
That saddens me. But I'm getting more positive feedback than negative, so that's good. It's like, hey, we had a year and a half isolation with this bloody COVID now. If I can make a nice friend, why the hell not go for it? I think she just needed, a moment, and she needs some time to think it over, and I don't blame her. I don't expect someone to make a snap decision right as soon as you ask them a question like that. I mean, she's perfectly, in her right to, take as much time as she needs. And I mean, I haven't seen her for 3 weeks now, so it'll probably be another 3 weeks before I see her, because she was telling me that they've changed all her hours around again. And she's working earlier in the day now, apparently, and so who knows. Either way, it's cool. I don't really care. She's a really genuine, nice person. I like her personality, and if she wants to go for coffee and chat, that'd be great, because we always have a nice conversation. So at this point, it doesn't go any further than that. So I mean, I don't know how I can be a perv when I don't have a chance to do anything perverted. It's like, Jesus, folks, lighten up. Sorry if I'm getting a little
beautiful ladies,
testy, but
Ellen has joined us. Welcome, Ellen. How's Ellen? Kez is in. Deep Fried Deals is in. Dave is in.
Neil would like to know what you've been auctioning.
Who's been auctioning stuff?
Apparently you, according to Neil.
I've been buying stuff at auction, Neil. Buying
I
stuff.
see. Although it's not a bad idea, you could do some auctions on here, Andrew, and
I've done it
you could
before.
put on that voice. You could put on that voice, couldn't you? Can you do that? Can you do that?
I've done auctions on this channel before.
T-shirt for T-shirt. I've got £1, £1, £2, £2, £3, £3, £3, £4, £3. See, you could do it.
The most what was I going to say? The most successful auction was me going on a date.
You sold it and never had to go.
60 quid for charity, and I went on a date with Bethany, and we never spoke to each other again. So that was how fucking good that went. Literally, I was like, I don't even know what I did, but yeah, there you go.
That could be a plan, couldn't it? If you find someone you don't particularly like or something, you can make money for charity and not have to talk to them. I bet no one in the States, PvP or Mr. Todd, has ever seen Blake 7.
I actually have seen the first episode.
You have?
7. Yeah,
The
it's
first
on
episode
YouTube.
or any of it.
Do you realize the episodes are on YouTube?
Do you know how much they used to be on VHS and DVD after BBC produced them? Only
a small
place
fortune.
you could watch them.
I can remember what they wanted for VHS tapes back in the 80s or whatever.
Oh God!
It's like mortgage your house or whatever to buy one of those.
They never did it on VHS, but I don't think they did it on VHS. But when it came out onto DVD, they only did it in particular seasons: season 1, season 2, and season 3. There's only 3 seasons. No, 4, wasn't there? 4.
I think it was 4.
But they came in.
Yeah,
there were 4. They came in a box set with a corgi miniature toy in each one, and one of them I bought 40 bastard quid for the season. I think it was season 4 because it came with the Liberator.
Wow, I bet those are worth a fortune now if they're in good condition.
It was all right. I bought a few corgi toys like that off of eBay before, just for investment purposes. I put them away. But I've also bought. Someone done a they get these 3D printer thingamajiggers. They built an entire kit for one that's this big. I bought the kit for it. I have got the kit for it. I haven't built it because I'm crap at building. I could design the kit myself. I'm very good at that sort of stuff. But when it comes to getting the glue in and painting it correctly so it looks nice, I'm not a very good dab hand at that. If I could do everything by computer, I'd be good.
Hey,
but
Patty,
if I have to use my hands, I'm a bit bad.
Happy birthday to Patty for the other day/week as well. It's fairly recent anyway. Happy birthday. There we go. Done it. Remembered, kind of.
Sort of. But did you watch very much of that PvP with the Blake 7?
I just watched the first episode, but I thought it was pretty awesome, actually.
God,
it's on YouTube, though. I know I've got to get around to watching the rest of the series because I've always heard things about it, that it's a great show.
One thing you got to ignore with stuff of BBC of that era, it's very much, in fact, it's done by the same person as the Doctor Who and the Lights, and it's the same effect department.
Okay.
The effects are crap. The sets are crap.
Yeah.
The actors, 2 or 3 of them are pretty good.
Some of them aren't.
some of them aren't, but
okay.
But it's the character and the storyline that goes into it that you follow. You ignore all these shit effects and the 1970s wobbling cardboards. They couldn't afford. It's the BBC, for Christ's sake. They couldn't afford shit like that back then. But when you get to sort of like the 3rd and 4th season, oh my God! If you're a sci-fi fan of that kind of build, it could be like that sort of thing, where it's you're actually cheering on. I don't know if you're cheering on a protagonist or not, because they're the outlaws, aren't they?
Well, they were outlaws, right?
Yeah, but they were outlaws from a kind of totalitarian federation,
right?
Which were, so who is the bad guy? They were both bad, really. You had the Federation who had incarcerated them for crimes they hadn't committed or had committed against their laws, But also the characters themselves were not exactly spotless. They're thieves and computer hackers, but when they come across the Liberator, did you see it when they came across the Liberator? That wasn't. I think they came across it at the end of the first episode of season 1, but.
Yeah, well,
the Liberator, what a fantastic looking spaceship.
It was quite realistic because it was not a happy ending from what I've heard. I mean, I don't want to go into spoilers because I haven't seen it. No. But I've heard that it did not end well for all of the crew.
It's a point of contention. You'd have to watch it all. I won't give any spoilers away, but maybe not. You don't know. It was really weird the way it ended. It was inconclusive. So
okay, well that's good to know. I don't mind inconclusive.
I actually have some stuff from Blake 7 signed.
Really? Like memorabilia?
Yeah. I got. I don't know. Do you remember the lady in there? I don't know if she was in the episodes you would have watched. If you
I've only seen the first episode, Phil.
Yeah.
I mean,
do you remember a lady called? Was there a lady called Serverlan at the time?
Oh God, I don't remember that character.
I can't
I've only read about it basically from comments people have made about what a great show it is, and as I say, I did get around to watching the first one on YouTube.
Do you remember? You know the character Avon?
Avon, I've heard of. Yeah, Avon is like one of the main characters, right?
She's a lady who sells perfume.
Yes, and cracks banks and computer codes. But the actor that done that actually put forward a few scripts for it that never got accepted, and I actually have those scripts.
The actual scripts, the physical objects.
Yeah, but they never made it to a show because they weren't deemed good enough.
Jeez, Phil,
Avon's also
written good money.
Not. It's the same as most memorabilia. It's worth more than you'd expect for something similar from you or me.
Right, but I mean, to a fan collecting that stuff, it might be worth some decent money.
Not hundreds, tens maybe, 10s, 20s, 30s maybe, but not. But
I guess at that price is probably, if you're a fan, you might as well keep it then.
Well, that's why I bought it. I didn't buy it to sell on.
You bought it as a collectible, yeah.
Avon, I thought as a character and the actor himself, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it sounds like a very cool show.
I've got a couple of his books as well.
I really need to watch that one of these days because I believe, well, at least
put aside time for it.
All the episodes, all 4 seasons were on YouTube, I believe, pretty much uncut too, like the full episodes, and in good quality. Amazingly,
I don't think they'll be. Well, if they're in good quality, they must be better than we get them because we can still only get them into like the 525, 525
well, they were like
scan.
480 or whatever. I mean, they were decent, right? For on here.
You get them in the square, so like CRT.
Yeah, well, that's the way TV was back then, right? It was the old resolution.
It still surprises me when I watch the Next Generation on sort of like Freeview or something like that. If I'm watching an old episode, it comes up and I think, what the?
First Generation
was it that old ago?
It was that format when it first started, wasn't it?
No. The Next Generation, I thought, am I that old that it was on the old PAL system?
It was late 80s. When was it? 87, 88 when it started?
Yeah, up until middle of the 90s or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it went for 7 seasons. So. Yeah, it was a show that really needed to take about 2 seasons to get going, and then it hit its stride in season 3.
It had a hell of a lot of problems. If you look behind the scenes.
The first season had some great episodes, but it had a lot of stinkers too.
it took 2 seasons to get that thing on its feet.
It really did. It really did. But there were a handful of really great episodes in those first.
And then they got rid of Tasha Yar, which really
was Skin of Evil. That was a good episode. That was a hard hitting. That was like a shocker. It really was.
One thing I liked about that is it now differentiated it from the original series in main characters.
Killing off a main character,
may die.
It was a big shock.
That was good because now that when you continue to watch it, you don't know.
The Kings, I haven't seen you for a long time, Brandon. Hope you're well.
Thing is, Tasha Yar was a pretty interesting character.
Well, she came back on cameos, didn't she? She came back on cameos in time travel.
Yesterday's Enterprise was the one I remember the most. That was probably the top 10 episodes in the series. I
enjoyed that episode as well.
It was a great one. Absolute great episode.
And she also came back as an actor to play a Romulan, didn't she?
Romulan.
where she was in one of the timelines. She was taken back and gave birth to something else.
Well, wasn't it Yesterday's Enterprise? They went back at the end of the episode, and that was when somehow she ended up with the Romulans, and
that's right. That's because
having a child or whatever. And
yeah.
Incredible writing. I mean, think about how creative that writing is. Like, I don't know if any show could pull off, a story arc, over multiple episodes like they did there. It's quite impressive.
I don't know. A lot of shows do it, just so we don't watch them because we're not as interested.
Well, there's so many bloody shows too. I can't keep. Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen a show in ages because I don't have all the pay channels, right?
No. I rarely watch any of that.
I haven't even put my basic cable on in like 4 months. I just totally lost interest in TV, really.
A lot of it's going to streaming anyway, so I just watch. And the good thing about streaming is you watch it at your leisure. I remember Blake 7. I was only a kid. I was avid on it. I did see every single episode aired live. I had to watch it aired live because we didn't have a video recorder. There was no such thing.
You either saw it or you missed it, right?
Or they were more than a month of my dad's salary to buy one at the time, so he wasn't going to buy one. So either you watched it or you didn't.
Yep.
So I had to watch every single one, and that's the only television series in my youth I watched every episode of.
Well, you know what I did when I was a kid, and I got into Star Trek when the first month it went into syndication. We finally got it on my local station. I had my little Radio Shack cassette recorder, right? Like just audio cassettes. And I'd stick the microphone in front of the TV speaker and I'd record the episodes. So I could play them back.
I did that with all the music shows.
Yeah, I could listen to it in my mind and visualize it, right? Because that's all you had back then.
That's the thing. We're spoiled now. We don't have to visualize anything.
Young people we'll get a computer are very spoiled now. They have no idea.
We'll get a computer out. We'll show you what it looks like, and they can show you anything they like. Back in those days,
I grew up on black and white TV. We didn't get a color TV till like 1973.
And
I was like 15 before I saw color TV.
Comic books, where you had to make it up.
I love comic books back then.
You could see the expression on your hero's face, and you could see it in your mind. You could see how it's happening. You could transverse from one frame to the next, and you know what's happening.
And the thing was, comic books back then in the 60s and 70s were amazing. The artists back then were incredible. Great artists, legends. Yeah, I had a big collection of comics.
I'm lucky enough that one of my friends from, again, it makes you feel old. 20 years ago.
I am old.
20 years ago, I used to know a guy that was a freelance artist, and he'd done a lot of comic book writing, and he used to do a lot of fantasy work as well.
Okay.
There's a lot of he used to be well interested in that sort of stuff. He used to write a lot of his own stuff. Half it never ever got published, never ever got accepted.
Okay.
Because there's such competition, isn't there? I mean, how many people?
Yeah. There was a lot of really great artists back then.
But his work was incredible. I've got a lot of his work, and I didn't even realise I owned half of his work because some of the books that I had back.
Is he a known name? Like, did he get published by any of the major publishers, Phil?
Yes, he has done, but you probably won't know him because it's like a name of millions. You know what I mean? It's like
I remember reading a lot of different comics, a lot of artists back then.
He wasn't that old. He's only a little bit older than I. He used to I think he's about 5-10 years older than me.
Okay.
So his artistry would have been around about the late 70s, 80s onwards. He's still alive today. He still does work.
Yeah, I collected from the early 60s till probably the early 80s for about a 20-year span.
Some of the UK people here might have had back in their youth the fighting fantasy books. These were books which were like games.
Don't remember those.
You get the book, and what you had to do is it was like an adventure game. On the first page it says, blah blah blah. This has happened, and you're in a cave, and there's a big troll, and you're the hero, and that. You have stamina, strength, and skill. You have to make a choice, and it'll give you 5 choices at the end of the paragraph of what page or chapter to turn to see what your choice would envisage. And then you may come across a monster or a or a decision which you have to roll dice for and stuff. And he used to illustrate a lot of those. They were called the Fighting Fantasy series by Penguin. I think it's Penguin. But he done. I remember the one he done. The best artwork I saw him was Island of the Lizard King, and I actually had the book before I knew the guy. And he illustrated.
What is going on this channel now, though? What have I've been
Ian Livingstone books. Yeah, those books. Those are the ones too. Ian Livingstone and Steve Jackson.
Are we talking? Because I love books now. Books.
I used to drink with the guy that used to do the artwork for that, and we used to get pissed as hell. And what he done? I'll see if I can dig it out for you one day. I've still got it. It's literally 2-3 feet from me, but I don't know. 2-3 feet is nothing because that involves about a million things. But I actually have artwork he's done. He wrote a comic series which he wrote it for himself. He wasn't going to get it published, but it's an entire, it's about a volume this big. It's like a futuristic thing with the same sort of artwork that goes on in there. And he had a character in there, and he based it on me. He actually based it on me, and the caricature of it literally looks like me. I'm a nerdy little twat that sits on a stool, being an arsehole, eating crisps, and being sarcastic to people. People say, "Oh, Mr. Ding Dong," or whatever. I can't remember what the character's name was. Mr. Blah Blah. Can you tell me about the situation in Sex to Pipe? Well, if you give me 5 seconds, I'll fucking well do blah blah blah. Oh, well, you fuck sort of character, you know. It's a bit like there have been characters written very similar in. It's very similar to in the Bad Batch. You got Tech. Very similar to that. He's sort of like the nerdy guy that is very abrupt. And he gave me the handwritten copies of the work that he did as a birthday present one year.
Wow!
And I still have those. And I based this on you, Phil, because I think you're funny as fuck. Because we used to drink up the pub all the time. He used to have his own studio up a pub up at the road in the countryside near where I used to live. He had his own. It's a brilliant studio. You used to see the artwork he does is incredible. But there again, all artists when they do artwork is incredible, isn't it? You favour people.
Hey, Phil, is there any artwork or professional cartoonists that you don't own everything that they ever produced?
Picasso.
Probably loads. One thing I used to collect was Mark Groenig's works. Remember when he did Simpsons? He used to do a hell of a lot of work long before that called Something Sucks, like Work Sucks, Life Sucks, Love Sucks. He used to do a lot of comic books about that. I unfortunately don't have the books anymore because the Simpsons weren't around, but I had all of his early works for that. Oh, and you look at the artwork; it's identical to the Simpsons. Nice. You can see where he got his ideas. You can see where he got his ideas from.
And actually, if you've seen the trailer for the new animated Star Wars series, I don't think I've seen that myself.
I have seen it come up on my feeds, and I remember having to pass by it at the time because I was trying to get over a problem in life that I had. I was trying to work out how the hell to reorder substances from the pharmacy for my partner, which my computer system had gone down and wouldn't let me do. So, but yeah, I am aware of them. But yeah, Mac Groenig's work back then, Jesus Christ, it was funnier than The Simpsons. So sharp. It was so sharp.
Oh, what was that called? Life in Hell or something?
Yeah, Life in Hell. You had,
that was good.
Life in Work. You had Life in, I think, probably School. I think I had that one as well. There was Life in Love. Or Love is Hell, is it? Everything, all of his things were a situation in hell. Everything was in hell, wasn't it? And he used to have these like cat drawings with long cat ears on it. A bit like Donnie Darko.
Weren't there like bunnies or something in that?
Yeah,
too,
that's right. Yeah, it's like bunnies with long ears.
I was at art school back then, and we used to have a local it wasn't really an underground paper, but it was kind of like an alternative paper called the Georgia Strait in Vancouver. Yeah. And they used to run it every week, right? I'd always see it and get a good chuckle out of it. And I remember that.
Very sharp. Very sharp.
Humor. Oh, it was very strange sometimes. Very funny.
No, it was very clever because it bit. You look at it and you think, I remember that happening.
It had an attitude to it, didn't it? Yeah, exactly.
And you look at it and but it had an attitude that sort of like bit through the normal.
That made sense.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah, exactly.
It bit through it and you think, you look at it and you think, that is actually right. Yeah.
It made a point. It made a point. Yeah.
Very clever guy he is.
Yeah, it was a great strip. Yeah.
I mean, the trouble is, I do like The Simpsons. I mean, I know The Simpsons is completely syndicated, and all the production crew now is say, draw it this way. Here's the storyline.
I guess it's produced in Korea, isn't it? A lot of the episodes.
It's not produced over there, but it's drawn over there. It's
Yeah, well, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
and also, if you've seen how to draw the characters on there are specific rules on how to draw the characters. It's like there's certain balls and polygons which you use, which actually make up a Simpson character. Right. Every single character, it's like Madge's hair is exactly 3 spheres high, and what they do is that they send this to the animators in Korea,
right,
to show them exactly how to draw it, so it's drawn exactly the same every time.
Consistent,
so all they have to do is they can send them a storyboard, and they can draw it exactly like they need it to be because they know how it's going to look.
Well, especially since they've been doing the Bloody Show for over 25 years now. They must have figured it out by now. Is that the longest running animated series? It's got to be, right?
No, Mickey Mouse, I suspect.
No, but I mean on TV.
So hurricane's supposed to hit Louisiana.
It depends because a lot of it now is probably not computer done, but computer done.
Yeah, but I mean, you
can tell a computer how to draw something now.
Andrew, thank you for allowing me to come on and express about Dusty and Tristan. I gotta go now because my wife says we're going for Mexican.
Okay, you take care, Todd. Enjoy your Mexican and
take care, Todd, and try and feel better. Try and feel better soon. I know it's hard, but try and feel better.
We'll speak soon. Enjoy your Mexican. Enjoy your time with your wife.
All right. Bye. Thanks.
Yeah. Bye, Todd.
I'm saying you've confused sci-fi movies with cartoons again. It's a common mistake.
It is. So I'm still getting over Below Decks. Is that a thing?
Oh jeez, I don't want to talk about new Star Trek.
No, well,
I'm not a fan. I'm just not a fan. To me, after Enterprise, it was all over.
No, but Below Decks is a parody, isn't it? It's,
yeah, I've heard it's pretty awful. Really, I haven't seen it.
I haven't heard. I've watched 1 or 2. It's acceptable, but it's not canon. It's not what you'd accept.
I don't know. I don't like to argue with people, but I mean, I tried to watch Discovery. I think I watched about 3 episodes, and I just could not get into it.
I couldn't get into Discovery.
But if people like it, that's great. It's just like it's not my thing, right? So. I still always like my favorites.
I'd love to get to it, but
actually, my favorites are the original series and probably Deep Space Nine, and probably Next Generation would come in third.
I'll disagree on some of that, but there again, we're all different. So, if everyone liked the same stuff, there wouldn't be so much shit out there. So.
Well, if everybody liked the same stuff, it'd be a boring world too, right? So
it's like Deep Space Nine. There's a lot about Deep Space Nine I like. There's a lot about I don't.
It takes a few seasons to get going, but it does get better as it goes along.
Yes, it does.
You get the Dominion Wars and all that stuff. It's
I enjoyed that. Pretty damn. The only thing I really didn't like about it, I really couldn't be asked with all this emissary bollocks. I couldn't. It didn't tickle me at all.
The religious aspect or whatever. Yeah, got a little heavy-handed at times.
Not the fact it's religious. It was just I just didn't like the story arc.
But it did kind of slow it down, didn't it? Yeah.
There is, as we know, only one cult leader. There is no room for any others.
Oh, is there somebody in
Raise
the
our
chat?
can to him.
Somebody in your chat challenging your cult status?
No,
Oh,
Cisco.
fight.
Oh,
Fight.
Cisco. Oh, okay, of course.
No, not Cisco. Cisco's very good. I like Cisco, but
I think Cisco is a good character. Yeah.
they were. I think they could have done that and made Cisco better. Cisco was
I don't
good,
know. I haven't seen it in so
but
long.
he could have been better. I was never a fan of Nera. What's her name?
Nera Carice or whatever? Or...
Yeah. I wasn't a fan of her. I found her a whiny, fucking arrogant. I know your planet has gone through shit and all that, but yeah, for God's sake, get a grip.
Yeah, what was the Cardassian character, the tailor?
I loved him.
Garrick.
Garrick, yeah.
He was my favorite character. He was awesome.
I like Garrick. I didn't used to like the Ferengi bloke to start with.
Oh yeah, what was his name?
Quark. I loved Quark. He was brilliant.
Quark, yeah. Quark was good. I like Quark.
I got to enjoy his character until they went off on massive character arcs about him a lot. And that began to piss me off. I don't really care about the Ferengi Alliance and crossover. Because they used to.
Quark was amazing. He was probably my favourite character in it.
He's probably the best eBayer. He's the best eBayer ever.
I mean, remember when they bought the Ferengis in early in Next Generation, and it basically it just failed. It didn't work. It just wasn't the same as the Klingons or the Romulans, right? The Ferengis were just too goofy to be taken like seriously as a major threat. And then finally, when they got to Deep Space Nine, they actually figured out what to do with them and developed them as a culture and made them interesting, characters.
Yeah,
that's what I liked about Deep Space Nine.
That's fine. Except they did saturate it a little bit too much.
Yeah, maybe.
There were a couple of really good ones. There was a couple of really good ones like the wormhole one.
He's made another YouTube video.
That was a Voyager episode, remember?
Okay, it's been so long since I've seen the show. I forget a lot of the details now, but yeah, I like Deep Space Nine a lot.
Well, I'm with you on Discovery. I need to get into it a bit more. I'll have to force watch.
But yeah, Ashley, don't open that can of worms.
One of these days, I'm sure I'll get around to it, but I just don't have. I've heard so many negative things about it, and the 3 episodes I watched just turned me off so much. I'm like, eh.
Same as me. The first 3 episodes, it didn't spark me at all.
I mean, I think the Klingons look. They're not Klingons. They look like, I don't know what. They look like orcs or something. I mean, yeah. Not my cup of tea. But I mean, if people enjoy it, that's power to them. I mean, I'm not going to argue with folks, but
I mean, that's the thing. If everyone said, "I don't like this," and they turned off all the shows that someone said I didn't like, there'd be nothing to watch.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty certain that 90% of the stuff I like, 90% of people don't. So,
yeah. Well, that's it. I mean,
it's the same as music, isn't it? Same as music.
Oh.
There are some music that people absolutely go ballistic about, and I have no idea why. And there's some music I listen to. I think, how can you not like this? And people go, "Why are you listening to this shit?"
Yeah, well, that's a very personal taste. Yeah,
exactly. Music is music. I think Nick said before, as long as you enjoy the music you're listening to, enjoy the music you're listening to. That's the whole point of it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I mean, it's like there's no point in arguing with people that aren't into what you're into.
Yeah. And do not push your music tastes or indeed other tastes really onto anybody else. Let people enjoy what they want to enjoy. They have a right to enjoy what they. If I suddenly like I think I fancy some hot dog sausages dripping in gravy out of my crisps. I think it's brilliant. Everyone would go, really? Doesn't matter if I like it. I'm not asking anyone else to, as long as I don't say you all must do this. That's what's wrong. It's when you start
blessed.
imprinting.
We're blessed, though, aren't we, with the amount of entertainment we have? I mean, the amount of music and TV and movies.
Sometimes we're not, because I can miss so much now.
Well, the thing is, you could live 100 years and not see everything and listen to everything now. That's the problem, right? It wasn't the same when I was a kid. you could probably pretty much listen.
You have to wait
and
for
watch
something, don't you?
everything back then. But now there's just so much content. Someone that's born today, they haven't got a prayer to experience everything, even if they wanted to.
Not only that, they probably don't listen to, and I might sound a bit wrong when I say this, but they don't listen to the good stuff. Back in the day, like you say, you got to listen to everything because there was no choice. That was all there was. You listened to 5 or 6 music stations. There were only a few channels on the television. You could look at all of them and decide what you wanted to watch. Now
we had one channel.
Look at everything.
When I was a kid, we had one single channel in the valley here.
Well, when I was a kid, we had obviously black and white.
Black and white, yeah, I remember it well.
We had black and white. We had the BBC One. We had, I think BBC Two was out before. ITV, our independent television service, was out, and I can remember in 1980 or 81 we had Channel 4 came out, which is actually owned by ITV and BBC. People don't realize that's interesting. BBC. But it's a kind of a non-profit organization, whereas all the adverts go back into the programming. It's a very weird setup. People don't realize what goes on for Channel 4. But the good thing about it back in the 80s is they could show stuff that ITV and BBC couldn't. So there was a lot of shows which younger men, if you like, would tune into because they had some more raunchier stuff on that they were used to, which weren't allowed. Well, it wasn't allowed on your BBC because it's we cannot be showing none of this now. We cannot be showing none of this. It's very rude.
Yeah, I guess BBC was pretty restrained back then.
Right, pretty much is now. It's rained, and it's the BBC is. I don't know. Dare I say at the moment, BBC at the moment is. We have to pay a license in this country to watch television.
I'm aware of that.
Only because of the BBC. We have to.
Crazy.
If I receive a live broadcast on my computer or on my television through the aerial or through internet, if it's a live broadcast and it's a BBC production, I have to pay. It's around £160 a year. I have to. If I don't, it's fine time. Or jail.
Yeah, that seems a little hard-handed in a democracy, doesn't it? We have nothing like that. We don't have to pay. We don't have to pay no license in Canada.
It's still a democracy.
But if you're going to go to jail because you didn't pay a license, like that's a little.
Well, you're breaking the law. Well, you're breaking the law.
Yeah, but I mean, you'd probably get a slap on the wrist and get a small fine here.
But the thing is,
you cannot convict.
You cannot watch ITV without the same equipment. You see, so you cannot watch anything.
Yeah, I don't know.
But now, now everything is all streamed and digital. A lot of people don't actually have TVs. Back in the day,
it's happening here too.
Unusual, but back in the day, it's unusual not to have a television. So if you did not have,
everybody had a television.
Yeah. So back in the day, in this country, if you did not have a TV license, they will knock on your door, and they will ask to come in to see if you have a television receiver. Or
my God, the TV police.
Yeah, they had detector bands that could actually detect the CRT.
Right, I've actually seen pictures of those. Yeah.
Oh, that's real. That happens.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of them. Yeah, bizarre, eh? God.
I remember once moving into a new premises, which I hadn't had a TV license yet. I hadn't had a chance to get it. Right. I've only been in the premises 3-4 weeks or something like this. This is about 13 years ago. I've had them actually knock on my door and say, our van outside says, you have a TV inside this house. You don't have a TV license yet, do you? I said, yeah, I'm in the process of trying to do that. There's no internet in those days. You can't go online and go, okay, I've got a TV.
Right, you have to go in person and register or whatever, yeah.
You have to get a form and all this shit, yeah. But I had to do it on the doorstep or they're going to prosecute me.
Jesus, that's weird. I don't know. We have nothing like that here. Here, basically, if you want to watch TV, you pay your cable bill, and if you don't pay your cable bill, They cut your service and you don't watch TV. It's as simple as that, really.
The thing is, you got to look at it into perspective. Is how much do I pay for my TV license a month? Which is about, I don't know, it's 160. Let's say, I don't know, 14 pounds a month.
A month?
No, 160. I'm trying to do the math in my head. 160 pound a year is about 14 pound a month.
Okay.
Now, so I pay the license because
that's on top of your cable bill.
I don't have any cable bill because I don't watch cable, but I could watch cable. But I do have streaming services. Like I've got Amazon. I've got other streaming services that I use.
Okay.
But if you begin adding them up, you're looking at about £50 a month. So I'm thinking, well,
hang on, I'm about to do a deal. Sean, I will give you 24/7 content for 150 quid. Send the money now, and I will do the content for you.
That looks like a good bargain.
Subscribe to my OnlyFans before I get kicked off it.
No. They do not see, Andrew. They have said that they are not going to kick you off it now because they've reread what their content people would like, and they agree. They say, yeah, okay, you can do it. You're now allowed to still continue with that page.
I thought I read somewhere that OnlyFriends was getting rid of any questionable content.
They backtracked. They have backtracked in the last few days.
Oh,
not
really?
backtracked entirely. They are now re-reviewing it.
Okay.
And they may not do that.
Yeah, because they were getting some.
The thing is, you got to look at. Yeah. But what you got to do is look at every single angle about this. If these people that are doing this raunchy content aren't doing it in the safety of their own home, they'll be doing it somewhere else, where they could get exploited and other things. So
yes,
so they're actually providing a service. So they're actually providing a service where if people want to provide this content, they can do it safely.
Yeah.
Whereas if they took that, I'm not condoning or otherwise it. I'm just saying what they are saying. I'm not saying,
what is exactly OnlyFriends thing? Like it's a service you sign up for and
kind of, yeah.
I know nothing about it. Basically, I've just heard sort of the.
It's literally what it says on the box. It's an OnlyFans site. What it is if you're interested in a particular person or a particular person's content, but that content is going to be more
than what's allowed on YouTube.
No, not necessarily, but more interesting. I'll just use that word, interesting.
So, for instance, Andrew could have additional interesting things they could post there for the big fans.
Premium stuff, I would say. No, yeah, premium, not penis. Premium stuff. But supposing you had some premium content you wanted to give to a range of people that followed you,
right?
You'd like to become exclusive with them. It's a bit like Patreon on YouTube.
I was just thinking Patreon. Yeah, I mean a lot of YouTube channels do a lot of Patreon stuff too, don't they?
But this is more video intensive, where instead of having content and Patreon, it's more Patreon only. Yeah, so it's exclusive content, but you have to pay for it. Now that exclusive content can be what you like.
Yeah, you got to pay for Patreon too, though, right? So.
Yeah, but on YouTube is you get sort of like 90% of all the mainstream stuff that comes out there, but you get exceptions on Patreon. They'll show you behind the scenes. They'll let you have the video a couple of days.
You'll have the full video instead of a
if you're a Patreon, version. you might be allowed onto a live stream or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
On this particular site, Fans Only or OnlyFans or whatever, it's literally just Patreon, yeah? So there is no free content, but you subscribe to them because of the content that they are prepared to offer is the content that you want to watch.
Right.
Now you can look at that in any way you wish. That this could be like cookery classes or something where they show you interesting ways to do whatever, or it could be exactly what you're thinking it is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, basically it's people that have found someone they're interested in and they just want to have access to more content.
But where it comes down to we're talking about where the exclusive content may be a little bit R-rated.
Well, I've heard that kind of has a reputation for it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, they were obvious concerns that people under the age of 18 were doing this and people were watching it.
True.
Which is so obviously the company doing this were trying to back down a bit. Say, oh God, yeah, we're going to have to stop this then.
Yeah.
What they have got to try and stop is just the age, because some of the other limit stuff, whereas people are of age and they're of age watching and of age performing or whatever.
Right.
It's safer for them to do this on here than it is for on any other site or any other circumstance, which they may have to do it otherwise. I say I'm not condoning, or I'm just explaining in the terms that
makes
this
sense.
is how apparently it works.
Thing is, if everybody's a consenting adult and they know what they're getting into, it's like,
which is the problem. They have to be that, but
the problem is it's just like YouTube.
They couldn't.
Though, right?
They couldn't do it. They couldn't do it, which is why they were going to take down the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's the same with YouTube. I mean, you're supposed to be 18 or whatever to sign up for an account on here. And I'm sure there's underage people that sign up all the time.
No. YouTube, you can be any age.
Really? I thought you had to be a certain age to get an account.
If
At least it used to be that way. Maybe they've changed it. I don't know. I remember when I signed up.
Maybe to have an account.
I think you had to be like,
not to watch.
Illegal.
Yeah, no.
Age.
But if you look at the largest web people in the world on YouTube, they are not the likes of the people that you think they are, like what's that?
Money Mental UK.
Yeah, like Money Mental UK and stuff. These are the people that actually have the largest channels on YouTube. Are children's channels where they show little cartoons and little animations.
But
and stuff.
The people with the
these are the
channels are probably adults.
The people with the channels. What they do is they get their iPad or something and they give it to their kid while they're in their bed and that, get them to sleep, because it shows them, here comes Teddy Bear, here comes Teddy Bear. And these people, I tell you what, they have sort of like billions and billions of people. If you look at any country, if you go onto one of these sites, I can't remember what the name of the bloody site is. There's a site that grades what a YouTuber is. What's the name of the site, Andrew?
I know which one you mean. I can't fucking remember.
No, but that site.
It's the one that tells me that I'll be like on a fucking 100,000 subscribers in next.
You go on there and you look at the people. You look at the people like the best YouTubers in the world. They're all 4th, 5th, and 6th because 1, 2, and 3 are children's channels that parents get hold of, put on iPads and Samsung tablets and whatever, and say, watch this because I can't be asked.
Well, I guess there's no endless. There's an endless demand for ways to keep your kids entertained, right? So you don't have to be there constantly.
But if you can buy one from a shop that's the size of a book and put in a cot, it's a lot cheaper than a bloody babysitter.
Oh, exactly. It's just, wow. Hey, it was the same when I was a kid. I mean, I was a latchkey kid. I'd go home after school. My parents were both out at work. I'd let myself in, put the TV on, sit in front of the black and white TV and watch Batman or what the hell ever was on that afternoon. Exactly. So I know exactly what it's like to have the electronic babysitter. I mean, even back then, my generation, we did that too. So that one was a good show.
PewDiePie, that's the name I was thinking of.
PewDiePie, yeah. Even I know that name.
PewDiePie is supposed to be the top YouTuber in the world. You look at the top 10.
I've heard the name.
You'll find 5 of them are children's channels, and they make millions and billions and billions.
I'm not
some of them
surprised, really.
And a lot of them are Indian, because there's a lot of people in India, and a lot of people in India have internet.
There's 1 billion people there now, right?
Yeah. India has a hell of a big YouTube.
Most populated.
China doesn't have much because China isn't allowed to have a lot of YouTube.
China probably puts too many
India's allowed to.
Yeah.
There's a channel in India which always challenges PewDiePie for the top spot.
Really?
Because they put out music videos and films and which are interesting for the Indian population. Now the Indian population is about 1.2 billion now, I think.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's got to be around there.
So you've got quite an audience there. So
yeah, pretty damn good audience size. Yeah, I'd say. Hell of a lot bigger than Canada, that's for sure.
You'll be surprised how many people in India can get internet.
I imagine India's pretty advanced in a lot of ways. I mean, you always hear the negative stuff, right? But there's
pretty advanced. They have nuclear weapons and they have spaceships. How advanced?
Yeah, I
can you
mean
be?
they're not that backwards, right? I mean they got some modern stuff too.
They have
Some
nuclear
models-
weapons. That's all
They
you
have
need to know.
nuclear bombs.
Well,
They
yeah,
also
exactly.
send-
I mean, you
They
always hear
also
the
send
stuff about
spaceships. They
slums
have
and all
a
that,
space
but
program.
They
do
have
have-
the most advanced technology in the world right
yeah,
there.
they do
So-
have exactly. So we
yeah,
do have
so-
nuclear power here in Canada too. We
Yeah,
could
well,
build
you
nuclear
are-
bombs, but we just choose not to. Because
Well,
we're
you-
just that kind of-
Everything is
I- I- I
nuclear.
don't-
just that
think
kind
that-
of country.
I don't think anyone thinks Canada's a third world nation, to be honest. It's,
Oh no, I
PvP.
never thought that.
yeah.
PvP
We're
science
very
time.
advanced, actually.
PvP science time. Everything is nuclear power. Everything.
Actually, not out here in BC.
Yes, it is.
It's-
Go on, name
it's-
me one
it's-
thing. Name me one thing. Everything.
We have
everything
natural,
anywhere in the
natural
world.
Natural gas.
Where
is
do you think
big
natural
here.
gas come from? What happened? Where do you get natural gas from? The
Nuclear?
ground. The ground.
Oh yeah.
What made it? Was it
Okay,
the
you've lost me.
decomposition?
I'm not
was
that.
it the
I'm not
was
that
it the
technically
decomposition of
scientific,
stuff
Phil.
geologically years ago?
Well,
Now,
I mean,
what
dinosaurs,
was
I
the-
guess,
what
were
was-
what
What
made
was,
the
what
gas
was the
and the
feeding
oil.
force of that? What was the feeding force of that? That was the sun. The sun did the chloroformy things. People ate the stuff. All these animals died, went into the ground
Okay.
and made gas.
So you're saying the sun is nuclear power? Well, I guess it is
Obviously, it's a
technically, isn't
fusion.
it?
It's a bloody great big fusion.
I guess it
reactor,
is a
for
big
Christ's sake.
fusion ball, isn't it? Come to think of it now, yeah. Now that you mention it, I do
Everything
remember that.
is nuclear power.
Okay.
Coal
I
is
can't argue
nuclear
with that.
power. Oil is nuclear power. Wind is powered by the sun, which is
Still, I'm
nuclear
saying
power.
Ontario
Solar
has
is
nuclear
nuclear
power
power.
plants generating their electricity, right? Like, you
The
know,
only
if
thing
it
you
melts
can't
down,
say
people
is
will
nuclear
die.
power is uranium.
We don't
But
have
uranium is
nuclear power
nuclear
plants.
power.
here.
Uranium
But
was
yeah, I
made
guess
from
you're
neutron
right. You're
stars
technically
colliding.
right, Phil. I can't argue with you.
Everything is nuclear power.
But here, I mean, it's basically a lot of natural gas, and that would be the main thing, I guess, really.
Nelly the
think of
safety cat concurs.
But yeah, natural gas is pretty big out here. I guess back east, like in Quebec, they have a lot of hydroelectric power too.
Quebec, is that Quebec?
Yeah, Quebec, of course.
Yeah.
Depends what part of your country you're in, but Ontario does have some nuclear power stations, so it's a different mix here in Canada, I guess. Really.
Don't worry, in 30 years' time, we'll have fusion reactors. We always will have in 30 years' time.
Well, fusion would be the
reactors.
clean energy, right?
Do you see what I'm saying here?
Because we got
30
fission
years'
now,
time,
right?
we'll have fusion reactors. 100 years ago, in 30 years' time, we'll have fusion reactors. 70 years
Yeah,
ago,
well, the
in
future's
30
never
years'
what it.
time.
The future
the
never
moment,
arrives the
they
way it's
say-
supposed to.
Fusion reactors are a lot harder to do. The sun
That's
can do it.
what I've heard. Yeah.
The sun can do it. The sun has got a big thing over us, mass. It has got incredible pressures and temperatures at the center of it, which we cannot have on Earth. So we have to make that pressure. In order to make that pressure, makes almost the input of the energy rather considerable.
Yeah, I would think
We're
in a
gonna
small
always be
space that would be a
30 years.
challenge.
There's the American massive laser array lasers, big lasers. These big lasers have made quite big advances. Unfortunately, the facility that is actually doing this fusion research was actually trying to weaponize it, which
That's
means
bad.
it's off. No, the thing is, it's off at it was designed to weaponize fusion, which means it's off at the tangents of actually making it an energy source. But now they've increased the power of, they still can't get more energy out than they're putting in. And the energy in they put in is fucking stupid.
Okay, so that's
put in
not going to work.
They
then.
put in
If you're
something
putting-
like that.
If you're putting more into something than you're getting back out, it's
No,
kind
but-
of futile.
They're up to 70% now. So they're getting close. But they can only do it once every month. They need to do this 100 times a second to make it a viable power source. We're still
That sounds
30
like it's a little
years
ways
away.
away.
Exactly. It's always
Well, I
30
probably
years
won't be
away.
around by then. Maybe if I'm lucky.
The French have a tokamak reactor going, which crushes plasma down in a massive force using magnets. That's lasers and magnets.
I was wondering when that word was going to appear today.
Yeah. The magnet they just put in the middle of this big fuck me is a
Right.
big bugger. It's a big
Jesus.
bugger. You don't want to go near it.
I bet you'd like to see that magnet, wouldn't you, Phil?
I've seen it on the screen and I've seen it getting installed. It is it's a lovely toy. I'd like it.
Jeez.
I've got some which are quite powerful. I could probably get a fusion reaction 30 years away myself. We're not going to get it. We're not going to get it anytime soon. It will inevitably happen. But
yeah,
the technological hills that we're going to have to go up and down to get this are a little bit higher than we thought.
It's like
and
anything,
always
though, right?
seem to be. Well, not everything.
No, but
sometimes if you throw money at something, it works. Sometimes you throw money.
You
at
throw
something,
enough money. Sometimes you can succeed. Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, you look at the race to the moon. Did you realize?
I remember that.
Do you remember was it 61, 62, or whatever, when Kennedy said, "And we are going to go to the moon.
We're going to do do the hard things, or whatever."
But
that was a great.
Do you realize?
I was like 3 when that happened, so I don't really remember that. So,
but do you realize
I've
when
seen
he
the
said
video.
that? When he said that, he didn't tell NASA. He just made the speech.
He just said, "Okay."
You look at the look at the faces of all the NASA people. All the NASA people.
They're probably like,
"We're going to do
shit.
what? What the fuck are we going to do that?"
Yeah, what was it in this decade? What's the term he used?
Yes, and yes, they did do it. How
they got there by 69? Yeah,
they got there while my mother was giving birth to me. But
wow, that's pretty cool.
But the thing is, that is one of those things where if you throw enough money at it, you could do it. They were lucky they did it. There could have been a million and one things that went wrong, but
it's all about willpower and resources. Ultimately, anything.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Because on that occasion, it was. But when it comes down to things like fusion power or warp drive or all the other things that we want, throwing money doesn't necessarily solve the problem.
Well,
sometimes there is something you cannot. No. In this case, it was. I mean, have you ever really had a good look at how we actually got to the moon and the technologies that we had?
I know the technologies are pretty damn primitive compared to what we got now. I mean, what they had on the Apollo was not even anywhere near our desktop.
I know people always hold up their phones and say, "Oh, you always had 1,000 more power." Do you realise that the memory inside one of these actually holds 6 billion times more than the memory?
I'm not surprised.
Not
I have read that the Apollo ships had a computer system that was just totally primitive compared to what we have now.
The thing is, it wasn't primitive. Because of the way it was built, they still use that type of technology today in satellites. It's hardened technology. Because if I put my lovely phone into space, it'll die in seconds. Because one cosmic ray goes through.
Well, yeah, of course it had to be robust, of course, yeah.
On the space shuttle missions, they didn't replace any of the computers for a long time because the computers were made out of very old components that could withstand space.
Yeah, things were built well back then.
Well, it's not the fact it's built well. It's the fact that the type of items they actually used could withstand stuff that happens in space, radiation, cosmic rays, and shit.
Well, hopefully, yeah. It should be designed that way,
If you put a microchip little tiny microchip up into space or something like that, and put that and have a cosmic ray go for it, it'll fail.
Yeah, well, it's got to be designed appropriately for the environment it's in.
And by accident, that stuff was. And also,
they knew what they were doing back then. That's for sure. I have a lot of respect for the guys that
they knew what they were doing.
There.
I mean, if you
very smart guys.
I've gone into it quite deeply and had a look at how some of the guidance systems work on how to make the Saturn V rocket work.
Really?
Jesus Christ!
Cool.
Jesus Christ! You should see the Saturn V rocket system, the logic circuits that it has on board. For fuck's sake!
Yeah, I just got a very general layman's, awareness of all this stuff, not detailed like you, Phil. But the Saturn V.
The thing is, they were working.
That was an amazing ship.
It won't ever be equaled. I know, Mr.
It was a fabulous
Mr. Musk
ship.
is going to have a bigger one that's going to go up shortly, and Christ knows why. But he's got the money and the time, and he hasn't got the urgency or the political agenda.
Right. Exactly.
So, you know, he can go up. And he also, you know, he laughs about it on Twitter. He says, oh, yeah, we sent up our latest Falcon, it blew up. But yeah, we knew it might do that because we're going to get some data. We get some data on how to build a new one because we got money. Back in those days, it wasn't like that. Back in those days, if your spaceship went up space and blew up, the Russians go, ah, you're twats.
Yeah, especially when they had some of them that blew up and killed the astronauts.
On the early Apollo missions, that was down to a very schoolboy era of having, I know, let's put astronauts inside a space capsule with non-fireproof suits and a highly combustible atmosphere.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember reading about that somewhere. Yeah.
But because of that accident, we did go to the moon. They were.
Sometimes you got to learn the hard way, right? So,
do you know who made the spacesuits that went up to space and on the moon?
No, I don't.
Playtex, the people that made bras.
Well, that should appeal to Andrew.
No, but do you know why? Do you know why?
They won the contract?
They won the contract, obviously, but why did they win the contract?
Because they knew how to work with materials?
Well, the thing is, not just that, is their slogan, which was a good slogan because it's what they did, is wear our clothes like you're wearing walking naked. So they had clothing. They had clothing that would, if you were moving, would move with you. Yeah,
you wouldn't feel any constriction.
And they had a massive in-depth knowledge of undergarmentry and how women or other people or whatever so it feels very, very comfortable.
How you would feel comfortable. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
It's not about comfort, though. It's also about flexibility, because in space there is no gravity. There is gravity,
but they kind of go together, don't they?
But there isn't any weight to pull you down to actually do stuff. But stuff has to be fluid. I mean, if you look at my shirt, it creases as I move and stuff.
True.
But their stuff had to be so it didn't produce any resistance. Playtex could do that, so they did. And they made all the spacesuits, all the undergarmentry and everything like this.
Wow!
And they were very, very good at it. It's still old technology. They're still using like Singer washing machines and shit like this.
Yeah, those suits were pretty impressive in their day, though. I remember seeing the astronauts,
I mean, it is said
that
given the technology we went to the moon with, it could feasibly have been done 100 years ago. Okay, we didn't have the kind of equipment we did back then, but if it was really pushed, if there was a society before that, like the Romans or something, that pushed it a little bit forwards.
No.
1 second, Sarah, you're gonna have to send me the proof of that. I can't be believing these statements without seeing the actual proof of this. Okay.
That's funny, Sarah.
Exactly. This is why they chose.
That's so funny.
This is why they they chose this particular company, because they had all the information on this type of thing.
That's funny. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm still amazed at what they managed to do back then. I mean, I remember.
It's like Sean Mixshop says. So why haven't they been back to the moon since they?
That was the big disappointment.
It's not about that. Back then, it was a war against.
It was about beating the Russians.
Russia.
It was about beating the Russians. It was all political propaganda, really.
We've always had the technology. Like I say, if the Romans chose to go to the moon from, say, the year 200, by the year 1100, they would have got there. If political pressures and stuff was available, they would do it. Today, is it going to produce me a profit? Is there any real reason for me to go there? It's a lot of bloody money.
I would imagine it's going to be someone like Elon Musk that wants to put like a hotel up there.
We have the technology to go to the next star system, but you have to wait a bloody long time.
I think you'd have the technology. I'd want to start with the moon, though. Learn the mistakes on the moon because it's close by.
We never made many.
I mean, Elon Musk could put a hotel on the moon and make billions, right? Just charge exorbitant fees to go stay there for a day, and he'd make billions.
At the moment, if someone said, I'm going to give you a free ticket, go up on Elon's ship, I'd say, no thanks.
I wouldn't go. It's too new. It's too risky.
Yeah, exactly. It's the
maybe in 5 years after the first couple of ships
after I see a
crash and
million
burned, I'd
people,
maybe go then. But
if I see people crash and burn, I definitely won't. But
well,
if I see a couple
yeah,
of thousand
I have
people
to
come
see
back
the
alive,
success rate at a good ratio. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thing is, though, I remember.
I'd love to go to space, but not that much.
Yeah. No, it's a very risky thing still. I remember the shuttles that ended badly.
They knew. The thing is, they actually had quite a good record. If you look at how many.
It was only the
STS
two that
missions,
burned up, right?
Yeah, one of them
on launch, and the other one on coming back.
Both of them were avoidable. Both of them were avoidable.
Yeah, it was tragic. I remember seeing
those
live
beings,
on the TV.
We're human beings.
It's not fun.
It's always very easy saying it's avoidable in hindsight because stuff will happen. If we don't try to do this stuff, nothing's ever going to get done. We're going to be on the planet forever.
There's always unpredictability.
Yeah, people will take risks. It's human nature, and
part of life. Walking out my door is
not even personally. Yeah, but not even personally. But corporations will take risks to try and forward their stuff. It's going to happen.
It's the only way advance happens, really.
Because
we
have to make mistakes if we're going to learn.
As long as it's not reckless.
One day there'll be a monumental UK spaceship.
Well, will it launch from Wrexham?
Yeah, Wrexham. I'm sure we can build a spaceport here.
So Wrexham is the next space center on planet Earth.
It's got to be, isn't it? I mean, we've got everything else,
folks.
I thought it was going to be in Cornwall.
No, bugger Cornwall. Why was it Cornwall?
They've got this big area of nothing. Oh, so's Wales.
I just want to mention one thing about the moon landing in 1969. I remember it. I remember the night they landed on the moon. I was with my dad in his pickup truck, and we were. My mother back then worked in a grocery store, and her shift ended at 9 o'clock at night. So we drove to pick her up, and of course by then it was nighttime, and it was a full moon that night in the sky. No clouds. I could see this huge moon out of the window, and we had the radio on in the truck, and the radio right at 9 o'clock. Of course, the news comes on, and it's like, "There's men on the moon tonight." And I looked up at that moon, and I thought, "Wow." It was like, I know, it probably sounds boring when I tell it, but if you were there, it's a moment in your life you never forget, because it was like the first time human beings
This has been going for about 50 years. The only time we've not been in space for any long period of time was the 70s. Like 72 onwards.
Yeah.
Until the shuttle missions went off.
And then the shuttle was, 81 or something?
81, yeah.
Yeah, it was about almost a decade, yeah. But yeah, I'll never forget that moment, looking at that big moon in the sky and thinking of those guys sitting up there. It was pretty mind-boggling.
I don't know. I'm not into this interspecies sex area. I'm happy with the ladies.
I think I missed something in the chat.
We must have.
Interspecies sex? What the hell?
Yeah, no, not into that. I'm quite happy with the ladies.
Yeah, I think I'll stick to the ladies.
Yeah, hamsters are out of the question.
Oh my, that's just nasty.
Apparently, there is a fetish. I've heard there is a fetish for that, of wrapping them up and sometimes throwing them up your bum.
Oh my God!
I don't know. Maybe someone was trolling me.
Too much information. I really don't need to hear about that.
Well, I didn't need to hear about it. I'm trying to think what the word was. Felching.
Oh, Lord.
Felching, I think it was called.
Jesus.
The act of wrapping up a live animal and putting it up your bum.
I feel sorry for the bloody animal. Jesus. Poor little bugger.
Well, thank you.
I feel sorry for the person that thought of it. What the hell are they thinking?
Yeah. I have no idea.
That is the suit I wear for ministerial meetings.
I did think so. I don't know if you saw on the news today, PvP, but China is designing and looking at the moment of putting a new space station up into probably orbit. Not the one they're building at the moment. Not the one they're building at the moment. The one they're building at the moment will probably be about a quarter of the size of the ISS. They're still underway with that, and they're still doing very well.
Huh.
However, they have plans on board to build, get this, a orbital space platform that is miles across. This is serious. This is serious stuff. They are actually.
I'm not surprised knowing what's been going on with China in recent years.
The thing is, where are they getting the money from?
Well,
there's only so much money you can tax
since everything
people
on our
until they
store
break.
shelves, 80% of it is made in China. I'm not surprised they're getting money. Our companies are sending billions to them every year.
What they have done, Phil, is they've created a virus, and then they've created a cure for the virus, and they're charging us for the cure for the virus. And that is how they make money.
This could be a brilliant TV show. This is probably why.
Question is, why do the Chinese want to have a mile?
It seems
mile
Neil
wide,
is a bit
platform?
more.
What's their
a bit more
agenda?
Bit more advanced in this. Felching, is it? Oh, okay.
Oh my God!
Since Neil knows more about it than I do.
Neil, I'm surprised Neil knows that much about it.
Yeah, well, I only heard rumors. But...
Oh, jeez. Yeah, the thing is, what are the Chinese? What are they hoping to accomplish?
I do like people correcting me what felching is in the chat, as if I knew. I know nothing about it. I know nothing. I do not have any sellotape rolls around here. Anyway, come here, little hamster.
At least not for that purpose, anyway.
Come here, little hamster. I'm not going to hurt you much.
Oh my God, I feel sorry for the hamsters.
I heard this back in the 80s. One of my office colleagues told me about it. I'm sure they were trolling me.
God.
But apparently it's a real thing according to chat.
These days, you never know
what's
about true.
It.
Yeah.
You got to be careful, PvP. I mean, some of these people...
There's a lot of weird stuff going on in the world, that's for sure.
Yes, there is. There's far too much. When I become voter Colonel Higginson, I will rectify it all. Rectify it. Oh dear, no.
Oh my God.
That was unfortunate, wasn't it?
Well, getting back to China though, I'm just wondering, do you think China has an agenda of eventual world domination or something, or?
I don't think so, but I think they do have an agenda of bettering themselves technologically. I don't think their political way of doing it is particularly good. It's only my opinion.
No,
China.
I don't like the communist
I
system.
I love your products. Please send me some more.
Yeah, I just think it's unfortunate that
China seems to have a way of doing
trade
things.
Is fine, but
everyone has a way of doing things. In 50 years' time, China may not be there, or China might be power of the world, the same as any country.
Yeah.
Where was Britain about, let's say, 100 years ago? Weren't we the largest empire in the world?
Well, I remember I used to have an atlas when I was a kid, and the Commonwealth countries were
was there anything to boast about? No, it bloody wasn't.
No, but I mean,
what we
probably
did to get some
the
of these
Commonwealth
countries.
was 2/3 of the world back then. Because I remember my map, and it was, Commonwealth is everywhere.
The British
back then,
Empire
right?
was barbaric the way they went and done.
They didn't treat a lot of countries very well. Yeah.
No, what we did is we went. I've got a flag. Have you got a flag? No. Okay then. Dunk. Well, this is our country then. Thank you very much. Now do what we say.
Might
Here
makes
comes
right.
our armies. Do what they say. This is basically what it did.
Well, I mean,
Mongolia.
Mongolia
were the second
colonizers. I mean,
after the English.
there's no denying that. I mean, that's the history.
Well, so was France.
Of Britain,
so was France. Right?
So were the Dutch. I mean, Spain. It was all the same.
Africa.
Europeans were colonizing everything back then.
4 countries in Europe decided to split up Africa amongst themselves because they had a right to do so. For God's sake.
I mean, here in BC, we had the English, we had probably the Spanish. I mean, we got the Strait of Juan de Fuca still on our maps, and I'm pretty sure that's a Spanish name, right?
Yeah.
Originally, we had, ships from all different countries off our coast, thinking about colonizing us at one time. It was just, fortunately for me, it was the British that ended up winning out, because I like speaking English, and my mother was British, so.
I know human beings back in the past were the worst. We were the worst back in the past. We were assholes.
There was a lot of barbarity back then.
From
sure.
every country, we were all assholes. If you're the oppressed or the unoppressed or the being oppressed, we're all a bunch of assholes.
It was
idiots.
kind of just a fight for survival.
And in 100 years'
then.
time, we're going to look at ourselves or people that live today, us, and think we were all assholes, and they will be right.
Hey, I think the millennials look at us boomers as that. And it's not 100 years, right, separating us. I mean, a lot of.
To be honest,
young people they judge everything negatively. It seems.
If you look now, and I can remember. I mean, I was always a studious little nerd when I was a kid. I used to read all the science books from the library and everything like that.
Okay, I was a nerd, but not studious.
I don't know. I was reasonably studious, but I used to read their stuff about. And did you know by the year 2000 there's going to be this thing called climate problem and stuff like this? This is like the 70s number. You go, oh my god, this is going to be.
Actually, I remember reading
by 2020
and stuff.
Yeah, by 2010 this will happen. By 2020 this will happen. I'm reading this. Jesus Christ, this is a bit of a shit. Oh, that was a good book. Put that away. I'll read another.
The thing is, nobody ever pays attention to those warnings, do they?
No.
They always ignore them, and then it actually happens.
Thing is, if you look today, it's happening all the time.
Oh, yeah.
You can't deny it now.
Jeez, well, they figure our polar bears are going to be gone in about 30 or 40 years because the ice is melting so badly up in our northern ocean.
This is going to sound bad, but
which is tragic because the polar bears are beautiful animals.
Yeah. This is going to sound bad from me, but I'm going to do a devil's advocate. Species come and go. It doesn't matter what state the Earth is in. Species will take places. We're only upset because we're humans with it. It's like an empathy for what
we have self-awareness, and therefore we have.
But we know what we know now. I mean, there's plenty of species that are gone. I mean, 99% of species.
Dodo bird.
99. No, not just that, but 99%.
No, but I mean, I'm just using that as a blatant example. Oh, that's probably thousands of species.
Will replace it. The planet Earth is not incapable of. Evolution is a wonderful thing.
As long as we don't kill it with our environmental problems, I think it can replenish itself. Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't think we should be the reason for this. We are the next geological age, really. We are the people that introduced things like uranium bombs and nuclear power. There will be, if you went a million, or not even a million, a few more, say 50, 75 million years in the future, the archaeological people then would look at the same sort of like areas of geological stuff we've had before, like the Cretaceous, Dinosaurian, Jurassic, and all that sort of stuff. But they'll also see a layer where we are, because we have put a layer here.
And we're only recent. We're like, what, 10,000 years or whatever?
Well, it only takes 10,000 years to put a layer down.
Well, the thing is, it's only been the last 200 or 300 years where we've really, really changed everything.
Well, if you think about it, if a massive meteorite bangs into the Earth 250
done.
million years ago, no, I'm talking about 250 million years ago, that makes the boundary level.
That's what killed the dinosaurs, I figure, wasn't it?
No, I'm talking about a 250 million year ago event, which did a little bit more than the dinosaurs. It took out 90% of people stuff. The one the dinosaur one, the Chicxulub event, that took out probably about 75% of land animals. But the land animals at the time were the biggie buggers. A lot of the stuff that was around before that did still survive. We're part of that. And the dinosaurs didn't die. Look in your back garden.
Birds?
They're still there. Yeah, they're still there.
Birds.
There's a subgenus of them. And that particular genus of them was before that. Those particular type of reptiles and things that are around at the time survived it. Otherwise, you wouldn't have birds in your garden.
Gentlemen, the dog is telling me, he's told me it's time for bed.
Uh-oh. Are we done?
It is past the midnight.
And I have got an auction at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, the time has flown by, hasn't it? Wow.
But thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you to all our viewers who have remained and listened to. I have no idea what these two talked about for the last half an hour, but I'm sure it's
we've been talking about shit. We've been rambling on about nerdy.
Been fun though. It was always good as always.
Yeah, I'm going to go and do some sexting with my Instagram followers now.
There you go.
Yeah, unfortunately, I won't be
Take care,
here next
everybody.
week.
Okay.
I
Night,
won't be
Phil.
here
Night,
next
Andrew.
week
Thanks for the stream,
online.
Andrew. Always fun.
Because I'll
Good night.
be away working. I probably won't be here the week after, but I'll probably be watching either the day after or when I can. But
I hope you enjoyed the viewing, Phil. Take care, everyone.
I
Good
will
night.
do. Always
Night,
do.
everybody.